Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mustang Stadium on the west campus of Muhlenberg County High School. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we are excited to be bringing you live Week 1 action between your McLean County Cougars and the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs. My name is Heath Hicks. Alongside me is Drew Crabtree. Say hello, Drew.
Hello, Drew.
And I got to say, Drew, it's kind of cool. It's kind of nice to be back at a high school football game for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it on the way over here. It just doesn't feel like football season has got to us just yet. You know, usually you have at least 2 scrimmages, an inter-squad game. You hear chatter around town, you know, so-and-so's kid's looking good. But, you know, we had a whole lot of uncertainty this year with everything going on, so nobody knew what was going on. I mean, we knew that we had players working out on their own at home, doing various things, you know, farm work or just lifting cinder blocks or anything they could find, staying in that football strengthening, but nobody knew if we were going to put the pads on and go to work.
Exactly. I mean, I think all the way up until coming over here tonight, there was some uncertainty around whether or not we would start the season, if we'd start the season on this time frame that we've been given. But lo and behold, Friday Night Lights is finally here. So anyway, right now we are about 24 and a half minutes away from kickoff. We're going to go through some pregame notes with you guys, get you caught up on everything about the 2020 Cougars, as well as give you a little bit of preview about these Mustangs that we're going to be playing tonight. Like we said, tonight is Week 1, Game 1, no scrimmage to warm up or anything like that. We are going to hit the ground running. Our McLean County Cougars are coached by Zach Wagner. Assistant coaches Justin Cook, Chris Nelson, James Osborne, Gary Morse, Kane Chambers, Nathan Sutherland, and Tim Ward. The Muhlenberg County High School Mustangs are coached by Josh Staples. Just a couple of housekeeping notes. Last matchup between these two teams occurred almost a year ago to the day, as McLean County came out victorious 20-8 over the Mustangs in a game in Calhoun. And, Drew, that game actually set in motion quite the magical run for our McLean County Cougars last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a special year last year. You know, I'd hate to say it this early in the year, but everybody has the game circled. Owensboro Catholic, you know, we played them once, we lost, met them again in the district championship, beat them on that terrific, amazing play that everybody has burned in their head, that blocked kick by Peyton Caraway. Everybody remembers it, but a little thing that falls to the wayside, Cougars started out 0-3 in that season.
Exactly. We had, coming off the year before when we had all of those seniors, an 8-win season, went too deep into the playoffs, got beat by Mayfield, who ended up making the championship that year. I think everyone going into the 2019 season thought McLean County was going to take a step back, and especially after those first 3 games, going 0-3, going up to a school in Eminence, Kentucky, that nobody knew anything about. There was a sour taste in everyone's mouth, and it was that Muhlenberg County game, Week 4 of last season, where we really turned it around and ended up having, like I said, one of the most magical runs in school history. A little bit of recap from last year about that winning culture that has been created. Back-to-back 8-win seasons, culminating in the district championship win over Owensboro Catholic last November, and a trip into the 3rd round of the KHSAA Gridiron playoffs for the first time in school history. It was amazing from top to bottom, some of the most exciting football I've ever witnessed, and we're hoping for more of the same because this team has a lot of the same key components as that team did.
Yeah, a lot of kids. I mean, last year's group of seniors was a very special crew, but we didn't lose a lot of them. You had certain key players. You had a center in Jabin Wedding, who was all area with the Messenger and Choir. That's a very important player. That's an O-line key player. You don't have him back this year. He's not out there. He's not walked through that door. Peyton Caraway, a power running back who had breakaway speed, is not in that wing backfield. Landon Capps, one of the fastest kids in the 3rd region, not on that field this year.
So you lose those explosive players, very key players. However, Coach Wagner has really developed a winning culture where it's not it's next man up. Okay, it's reloading every year. Who's going to fill those shoes? And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit right now. A lot of talk around this team is possibly the district favorites. First time that's ever been floated, especially playing in the same district as the Owensboro Catholic Aces, right? But if we are going to be that force here in 2A District 2, we're going to have some output from the guys we know as well as some others. So, Drew, let's talk about a few of these top returning Cougars. Number one, everybody knows this guy. Number 24 on the field, Andrew Munster, has been an absolute force on both sides of the ball for McLean County the last 2 years. And with those guys leaving, you really think that this is Munster's team.
Right. I mean, he's got to be your defensive captain. I mean, he led the region in tackles. He set the single-season record for tackles with 201 tackles. He's number one in sacks with 5.5 last season. I mean, this kid truly has a nose for the football. Not a big player. He's only about 5'8", 150 pounds soaking wet. I know the roster says something different, but everybody knows with football stats, we might stretch those a little bit. This kid, he's everywhere on the ball. He's flying around like his hair's on fire. He reminds me a lot of if Troy Polamalu played middle linebacker, because he's in every play. Great pursuit angles whenever plays get into the secondary, whenever they make that second level. This kid's always in on it, and all eyes are on him. You got to think Muhlenberg County has got to come up with some type of game plan to slow him down. But I expect a big season out of Andrew Munster.
Absolutely. He's a sideline-to-sideline type of force on the defensive side of the ball. And let's not forget what he does on the offensive side of the ball for us. Last year, on that magical team, he led us in carries with 173 on the season, came up just shy of 1,000 yards rushing, led the team with 17 touchdowns, and was really a driving force for this wing T offense that Coach Wagner has. It's really designed to keep defenses on the field and just plug away first down after first down after first down. And Andrew Munster is a key cog in that on the offensive side of the ball as well. Moving on down, a few other guys that we're going to talk about that were key contributors last year. First, Conor Baldwin. The senior running back / defensive back was second on the team behind Munster in tackles. He had 108. Again, not a big guy, but a guy that knows or has a nose for the ball and really sticks his head in there on the defensive side. 108 tackles last year. He also rushed the ball 74 times for 411 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I think we're going to see a bigger workload for Baldwin on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think Baldwin has been on this football team for the past 10 years.
They have.
I think they just cut their hair and come back again. I mean, you got Connor, you got Elijah below him. Mm-hmm. I mean, these kids, they're hard-nosed. Nobody's going to out-tough them.
Yeah.
They'll throw themselves into a pile and come out, and you never know what's going to happen with them. But I feel like Connor is going to be that Landon Caps player that we're missing this season. You need a speedster to get out to the outside and break it loose.
And that's something that we're going to be looking for. We know Connor will be one of the wings that's really kind of a home run hitting type of running back. We're looking for that other one, and I think a breakout Cougar candidate that we have this year with that kind of speed is senior Braden Piercy. He's been a stud on the JV team for the last year, led that team in touchdowns, and this kid in the open field can really move. And that's somebody to keep an eye on. Number 17, Braden Piercy, elite speed, one of the fastest on the team, if not the fastest. He's one of the top defensive backs on the team, a lockdown corner, a true cover corner that we can put up against number ones on a team that throws the ball, and he's gonna work on them all night and help shut them down. So that's somebody to keep an eye on the offensive side of the ball. Another top returning player that was kind of interesting. He's really curious to see what he's going to look like with a full season under his belt is number 5, Brady Dame. Brady, he actually tied the single-season record for interceptions in a season last year with 7, and that was the first time he's ever played football.
Yeah, I mean, he had 4 in a game. I believe it was 4 in a game last year, and it was just all over the place. Nobody knew it was going to happen. Nobody's expecting. Next thing you knew, Brady's running the opposite direction, and he's got the football in his hands. You know, you see a lot of these Division I football players get recruited, and they may only have 1 year or 2 years of football under their belt. It's just something they've never done before. But going back to where we all started with this is the culture that Coach Wagner has created. He's getting these athletes that have not traditionally played football, because we have the Broncos and the KFL and things like that, but he's getting athletes that play basketball, play baseball, just run track, and they're going, hey, this football team's winning. These guys are walking around big men on campus. I want to be part of that. And then the icing on the cake, they show up, and they're good football players.
Yes, and with Brady in particular, we talked about Munster, we talked about Baldwin, talked about these guys that are a little bit undersized, playing a lot bigger than their physical stature. Brady Dame looks the part. He is 6'4", he is 215, 220 pounds of muscle, and that's somebody to keep an eye on both sides of the football again. In that safety position on the defensive side, and then on the offensive side, he comes back. He's our leading receiver. He only caught 5 passes. We're not a big passing team, but 2 plays in particular in the Owensboro Catholic game last year. 1 long reception in the first half, and then obviously the magical reception with about 3 minutes to go in the game that kept our drive alive. Ended up being the game-winning drive. So that's somebody to keep an eye on the offensive side of the ball. Now, I have a player here that has shown flashes. He's done great things on one side, but we're looking for the other, Zach Clayton. Zach Clayton was 3rd on the team last year with 95 tackles out of that linebacker position. But he showed flashes on the offensive side. So as a top returning player defensively, we are looking again to see if Zach can handle more of that load as a running back for us this season.
Yeah, he got in a few games late last year on the offensive side of the ball once we got up some. Just to give our older guys, because he's now an upperclassman, he's a junior, some of the older guys, they might have broke out a big run, getting pushed out of bounds. Peyton breaks away on a 60-yard gain, a little bit gassed. He just, ran 60 yards. Well, they would put Zach in that position, and you never know. He'd score a touchdown out of it.
Yeah, I remember a couple of long runs he had, probably 40 or 50-yard runs, one in the Hancock County game in the playoffs, where he just squirts through, finds a hole, and he has enough speed to get to the end zone, get through that second level, and get to the end zone. So keep an eye on Zach Clayton, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. He'll definitely have his head in there on the defensive side. Now, the last 2 breakout Cougar candidates that we want to discuss here tonight, I left these 2 separate because they have a couple of nicknames, and we like nicknames here on the McLean County Sports Network. The first one is going to be the Beast. That's number 45, Lucas Mosey. Lucas is a sophomore, and he was instrumental on the defensive side of the ball last year. Showed flashes, like Drew said a moment ago, there late in games to do some stuff running the ball. And then the other person that I want to talk about is number 64, Wesley Wells. His nickname is Bigfoot. And he is a big man on that defensive line. Last year, had a solid sophomore season, 41 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and we're really expecting him and the Beast to step up on that defensive line, start to give that push, and work inside out on the defensive side of the ball for these Cougars.
Yeah, whenever I see Lucas Mosey in the varsity games, he got in on the D-line last year in varsity games, but I remember watching him in middle school. He had hair past his numbers on his back, but I remember him because, he ran that power eye that the middle school team ran, and he was just taking people with him to the end zone every time, locked down.
Extremely strong kid, extremely good base, and look for him. All of these numbers we talked about, 24 Munster, 19 Baldwin, 5 Dame, 11 Clayton, 17 Piercy, 45 Mosey, and 64 Wesley Wells. The majority of them you're going to see both ways, okay? So we might be calling those names out quite a bit tonight. We are obviously heavy on the Cougar information, but we do want to give a little bit of a preview for what we know about these Muhlenberg County Mustangs. Like we said last year, 20-8 McLean County victory in Calhoun. Excuse me, hold on just one second. But anyway, sorry about that. And the Mustangs, they lost a couple of key performers.
Yeah, they had number 2, Caden Revlett. He's a wide receiver, defensive back, so we might see him at corner. We might see him at safety. We don't know what they're going to line him up in just yet. He led the Mustangs in rushing, 45 rushes, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns. He led the team in yards, number 2 for the Mustangs. Be looking for him because we don't know what the kind of offense Muhlenberg County is going to come with this year because they've got some big uglies up front. They got these are some big kids from Muhlenberg County. I mean, this is a 5A school. This is something that we need to pay attention to because if they have a breakaway all-star wide receiver and they got big kids up front that are going to be moving people around for pass blocking, our Cougar defense must become a no-fly zone in the secondary.
Yes, and keep an eye on number 2, Caden Revelette. He does a little bit of everything. He's definitely probably the top athlete for the Mustangs. He plays in that wide receiver position, but he led the team in rushing last year, and that's with a guy named Winky Drake out there as well. He led the team in rushing. He led the team in receiving, and then he led the team in interceptions on the defensive side of the ball, 4th in tackles. So number 2, Caden Revelette, somebody to keep an eye on all game. Another player to keep an eye on is number 18, Jamie Bullock. He's a senior fullback and defensive back. Last year he led the team in carries with 101 on the season, 2nd in yards with 453. Expect to see him with the ball quite a bit tonight. And then lastly, the quarterback, number 5, Trevor Nolan. For the last couple of years he has played behind Bronson Healy, who's been the play caller for the Mustangs for a while. He steps into that role here in his junior campaign. Nolan, a very good athlete, led the team in tackles on the defensive side of the ball last year, and sacks as well. So he's going to be going both ways a little bit in that quarterback position. Number 5, got a little bit of time back there last year. Not a whole lot to show for it. 4 of 17 on the season passing with 3 interceptions. So we'll see how that kid has progressed. Usually between that sophomore and junior year, you hit a spurt and mature a little bit. So definitely keep an eye on him because we do know he is an excellent athlete. A couple of other notes that we're going to go through before we take a short break here. We got about 9 minutes before kickoff. We want to talk about what else is going on around our region and around our district. First, I want to talk about rankings. Something that's really exciting, Drew, and something that we're not used to here in McLean County is looking at these preseason rankings and seeing our names up in rankings, top 10s, and things like that. Just want to fill y'all in. In Class 2A for the state, according to Bluegrass Preps, McLean County is number 10. Okay, so we are in the top 10. According to the Courier Journal out of Louisville, we are currently number 14 in 2A. And then we are also lastly ranked number 4 in the area, and that's across multiple classes, according to the Homers Network, which I feel is a pretty good ranking considering you have Owensboro High School with Gavin Wimsat and Austin Go and all those guys. And then you got your Apollo and your Davis County with D1 athletes. So us in that 4th spot shows that we are starting to get the respect that we've earned over these last few years.
Yeah, I mean, we're not – the McLean County name is making it on its own. We are becoming a football team that is a force to be reckoned with. You know, it's something on the schedule that you need to pay attention to because we're not going to back down easily. And the recognition, you know, as we were talking about on the ride over here, you know, the Courier Journal, the Lexington Herald, they favor, with being in Lexington and Louisville respectively, they favor Central Kentucky, so your Lexington Catholics, they don't think much of 2A. They might throw in a Caldwell County or a Mayfield or somebody that we're familiar with, but they don't look at McLean County very much. This ranking is very serious, and it's very, you know, it's worthy. The McLean County has made it worth a while. We're moving the needle. You know, we're getting eyes on us now to where people are like, what's this McLean County team all about?
People have an idea. We're starting to get into the mouths of people all across the state, and that is exciting, not just for the football team, but for the school itself, putting Calhoun on the map, and that's pretty cool. Now, a few other things we're going to mention, just other games going on in our district. There's only 8 games this season, okay, reduced from 10 to 8 games. So all games are extremely important, but we're going to be getting into district play sooner than later. So Around the area, we have Butler County going to Hart County tonight. Butler County was 1-9 last year. We actually face off with Butler County next week down in Morgantown. Butler County was 1-9 last year. Hart County was 3-7. That could be a pretty good matchup there here in Week 1. Next up, and this might be the matchup to keep an eye on most when you're talking about teams outside of this game that are in our district, and that's Hancock County on the road at Edmonson County. Edmonson County 6-7 last year. They made it to the third round of the playoffs as well. And Hancock County may be a sleeper team for the entire area. They have a lot of good athletes, a lot of young athletes, and then they have a sleeper in Darian Clay, who had a phenomenal sophomore year, then battled injuries last year and some other issues. But if that kid gets right and these other pieces come along as they should, look out for Hancock County, all right, because they could be very, very, very talented.
Yeah, Darian Clay's been on everybody's list for a while now, and as a good athlete, like if you give that kid a baseball, you give him a basketball, you give him a football, that kid's an athlete. He's going to show out in whatever sport it is. But the thing is, Coach Eubanks, who's bought into the Hancock County program, he's a local guy. He loves Hancock County football. He wants to raise Hancock County football back up to that preeminence that it used to have under your Travis Atwells and your Nick Bowlings. They want to get back there, and that's what his goal is.
Yes. The other two games we want to mention here in District 2 of 2A is Todd County Central on the road at Hopkins Central. Todd County has proven to be an offensive power a little bit. They can put up some points. I would expect them to go do work against Hopkins Central tonight. And then Mount Vernon, Indiana comes into Owensboro to play Owensboro Catholic at Steele Stadium. Don't know much about Mount Vernon, Indiana, obviously. Coming down here, it could be a good game, could be close, but it'll give us some kind of indication as to what that Owensboro Catholic offense is going to look like after losing such a stud quarterback, and I can't remember his name. He's such a stud, I can't remember his name. What was his name? On the spot, and you drop it too. Anyway, he's gone. He led the state in passing. He's gone. We beat him last year, so it's all good. So they just had the coin flip. We're about 4 minutes from kickoff here. We're going to shut it down just for a minute. As soon as it gets 4, I believe we're going to have a moment of silence and then the national anthem. And then, folks, we are going to be playing some Friday night football.
Finally. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for.
All right, so we'll catch you on the flip side here in about 10 minutes. Be sure to share with your friends and family if they want to tune into this game. They can download the Team One Sports app on their iPhone, any kind of iOS system, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. You can get the Team One Sports app. Then they'll go through Team One. They'll click on Team One Prep, Kentucky, McLean County, and they'll find the game. It's $9.95 to tune in tonight. They could also go online and go to teamoneprep.com and locate McLean County, find the stream that way. Okay? So we'll be back. 3 minutes left on the board. We'll be back with live football action for you in just a few moments. We are the McLean County Sports Network. All right, folks, we are back, and we are about to have a moment of silence in observation of the 19th anniversary of September 11th, World Trade Center bombings, one of the most devastating times in our nation's history. We're going to have that moment of silence followed by the national anthem, which we will stay on for as well. So, I believe as soon as the clock strikes 0, and we're going to stay with you the whole time through both.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Josh Mackey, and welcome to Mustang Stadium on the west campus of Muhlenberg County High School for tonight's matchup featuring the Disney team on the scoreboard, the Cougars of McLean County High School, as they take on your Muhlenberg County High School Mustangs. Ladies and gentlemen, the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001 killed 2,977 people and injured thousands at the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. We now ask that you join us in a moment of silence to pay tribute to the victims and honor the survivors. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of tonight's national anthem. The national anthem will be performed tonight by the Muhlenberg County High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Troy Stovall.
Thank you, folks, and we will be right back with the opening kickoff. All right, folks, and we are back. Your McLean County Cougars receiving the opening kickoff of the 2020 football season. I had to wait a second. Outstanding call by the PA announcer here at Mustang Stadium there, getting everybody fired up for a little football. Looks like Braden Piercy and Conor Baldwin are back deep to receive this opening kickoff for the Cougars.
Braden is a track star. He runs track in the spring season. You might want to keep an eye on him. He does have breakaway speed.
Kicker is number 56 for the Mustangs. That is C.J. Chesnell, senior. And we are underway here in 2020. Kick flies out of bounds, and the Cougars will take advantage of the excellent field position here to start the season.
Yeah, starting off the season with an illegal procedure on Muhlenberg County. They might have had a scouting report on Baldwin and Piercy. Kick it away from the speedsters, just kick it out of bounds, let McLean County start on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, probably a bold strategy nonetheless, Cotton, but we'll see if it pays off.
Right, you are. All right, Matty Ice taking them out under center.
Matthew Miller, senior QB, and something that everybody should know about that run last season. Matthew Miller was hurt the first 3 games of the year. After he came back, the Cougars ran off 8 of 9 wins. So Miller goes under center, number 20, puts number 17 in motion. The ball is bobbled. Miller picks it up. He gets 4 yards on the play. So a nice recovery there by the senior QB.
Yeah, turning something out of nothing. Broken play, still get 4 yards. And that's what I expect from this Cougar team. We need to stay ahead of the chains.
That's always key for this offense, is just staying ahead of the chain, staying ahead of the down and distance.
3 yards of play is all you need to be a successful football team.
All right, Coach Scott. I think Coach Scott is listening. I remember that when I was in 8th grade, he told us that.
I think everyone listening that's ever played at McLean County has heard that.
Yes. And the ball is given. That's Conor Baldwin trying to get out left. And he is drugged down, pushed out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. It's going to be a short gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Want to give a shout-out to Coach Scott. Hope he and Margaret are doing well this evening.
Always. Love Coach Scott. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. I'm ready for us to change the name, not change the name of Paulson Stadium, name the field Bill Scott Field. I'll start the GoFundMe now.
All right, 3rd down and 5. Miller under center. Takes a snap. Ball is given to Andrew Munster, and he is met by a herd of Mustangs. Gets about 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 4th and short for the Cougars. We're going to give him 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. We'll see what Coach Wagner does here around midfield. That solid opening field position. Looks like Coach Wagner is going to go for it here.
I mean, you want to set the tone early in the game, and I feel like that's what Coach Wagner's going to do. Brady Dame going out wide to the far side, taking his man out with him.
Miller under center. And the ball is given. That's Piercy running right, and he has a 1st down and a lot more. Big game for Braden Piercy, about 20 yards on the play. 1st down Cougars, and like we said in our pregame, Braden Piercy has a lot of speed to burn, and we'll expect to see more of that as this game continues.
Yeah, we had a good seal block on that far side by the far side tackle. I'm not sure who it is, but he sealed that.
We got a lot of hand gestation there going on with the official. I don't know what was going on.
The chains were set and the clock should have started.
The Cougars are up at the line, and the ball is given, hit in the backfield. I believe that was Conor Baldwin. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Big pop right there in the backfield for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to do that little counter trap play that they do really well. Trying to get that started with this new offense, new offensive regiment. It's something that we've done over the past couple years, but you've had people that have done it 2 or 3 years. If you throw somebody new in, like a Braden Piercy, who hasn't necessarily done it that much and has been a wideout, that could be new to him.
Right. Ball is...
Looks like Munster taking people with him.
Munster looks like he picked up anything we lost there on the play, maybe a little extra. Well, they're going to give him 2, so it's going to be 3rd and 9 here for the Cougars on the Mustang 38-yard line.
And, here's something very good that McLean County is that we're still on our first drive. We've just picked up 1 first down from the initial illegal procedure. 3 minutes are already off the game clock. If we don't strike quickly, we do eat up a lot of clock.
Yes. There goes Clayton in motion. The pitch is to Clayton. He bobbles it. He gets it, gets back upfield, and looked to get pretty good gain right there. 5 or 6 yards on the play after what could have been disastrous. Zach Clayton recovers, picks up a positive yardage to put McLean in 4th and manageable here. It's going to be about 4th and 3 from the Muhlenberg County 32-yard line.
And, something simple like a bobble like that could just be first game jitters. Like we said earlier, we did not have the inter-squad game. We didn't have the 2 scrimmages. Coming out here cold like this just to play a football game.
Exactly.
You're going to have these small things. Luckily, that wasn't a major mistake. Got positive yards. It's a wash.
Matthew Miller under center puts Braden Piercy in motion. The ball is given to Munster middle, and it looks like he has first down and more out across the 25-yard line to the 24. 8-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cougars.
Love to see it. It looks like Munster's almost in preseason or in mid-season form right now.
First and 10 for the Cougars, ball at the Muhlenberg 24-yard line.
McLean County inching closer and closer to the red zone. 7:55 in the first quarter.
7:55, like you said. We run clock, man. That's what running the ball does.
I got twins to the near sideline. It looks like a Brady Dame.
Brady Dame and Morgan Allgood out there. Ball is given to the opposite of the short side to Braden Piercy. He's got the first down and more, and he is knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 17 yards. So Braden Piercy touches the ball twice so far in this first quarter, and he's picked up a total of 35 yards.
Yeah, he had that quick. He's very quick. He gets the ball, his track star, just like a relay. He gets the baton and goes, give him the football and go. And that's what happened right there. As soon as he got it, it looks like he grabbed another gear, took off. Right now, it's kind of like middle school football. First man to the outside is going to win. Whenever Braden got past the cornerback, he was already there for a first down, picked up a little more. Safety came over on a good pursuit angle, hit him, spun him around, got out of that, kept on chugging.
So we got first and goal from the 8-yard line. Miller goes under center. Ball is given to, it looks like Mosey, his first touch of the day. He's brought down at the 5-yard line after pickup of 3. So big Lucas Mosey gets in there, and the Beast gets his first carry of the year. And Coach Wagner's really spread the ball out. So far, 4 or 6 different guys have carried the ball for the Cougars so far. And I expect more of the same to come as Andrew Munster comes back out onto the field, replacing Braden Piercy.
Whenever you do that, defenses can't key on one man. Also, you don't have a guy getting gassed. Give him a break every now and then, helps him out.
Especially in the first half, Spread it out, spread the love, keep the ball moving, and let's go. Ball is given to Mosey. Middle, he is hit, and he drives just shy of the end zone. They're going to mark him down inside the 1-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from, the 1 or 2 foot line. Thought Mosey got in there, but came up just shy.
O-line was giving him a nice push there, too. That's what you like to see.
And that is a touchdown. Touchdown, Cougars. Quarterback sneak by Matthew Miller, and the Cougars are on the board here in 2020. 6-0. McLean County here with 6:24 to play in the first quarter at Mustang Stadium. And Matthew Miller with the first TD of the season for this senior-laden team.
We ate up almost half of the entire first quarter there. That's very nice.
Oh, outstanding first drive there for the offense. The ball is kept by Matthew Miller. He's trying to get into the end zone, and his sneak will fall just short. So here, 6:24 to play in the first quarter. Your Cougars leading the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs 6-0 here in Greenville. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. We are the McLean County Sports Network. All right, so a quick recap of that first scoring drive for McLean County. 2 big runs by Braden Piercy there of 18 and 17 yards. And then Matthew Miller finishing off the drive with a quarterback sneak after he began the drive with a 4-yard carry. It looks like number 50, James Hurley, is going to take over the kicking duties. I feel like we've had a Rodriguez in that spot for the last 3 or 4 years. Armando did an excellent job last year, and his brother Edgar did outstanding before that. Now we have James filling into that spot for McLean County. The kick is off, and it is a high pooch to about the 33-yard line, and quick cover there. Only about 3 or 4 yards on the return, and Muhlenberg County is going to take over to set up shop at their own 39-yard line here with 6:16 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, now we get to see what McLean County defense is at. We're losing a lot of key players, but we're bringing a lot of key players back. And the key to defense is having that experience. Looks like Muhlenberg County is going to set up with 1 man to the near sideline. Quarterback's going under center.
Like we said, number 5. It looks like a flag.
Looks like somebody moved
there.
early.
Little early movement. Number 5, Trevor Nolan, the quarterback. That's going to be penalty on Muhlenberg County. Back him up 5 yards, and we're going to do it again.
Yeah, we're going to give him a false start. That's going to set him back 5 yards. McLean County, since Muhlenberg County has consolidated in 2010, is 5-4 against Muhlenberg County. Heath and I both remember playing Muhlenberg North and Muhlenberg South. Whenever we were playing, never got a chance to play against Muhlenberg County.
Nice snippet there, Drew. As running back goes in motion, no one's going to try to throw it. He gets it out into the flat. And that was number 1, Braden Lovin with the reception. Gets back up around the original line of scrimmage just past it. It's going to be a pickup of 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for Muhlenberg County.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have a new quarterback like that, you want to build confidence early. Just quick little screen passes like that will do that. And get it outside your athletes and watch what they can do. Luckily, the McLean County defense was quick to see that it was going to be a pass and shut it down and got it back. Just allowed them to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
All right, 2nd and a long 9. Ball is given middle. And bear with us as we get used to seeing who we're going to call. That is Jamie Bullock with his first carry of the game. Pickup of 6 on the play, or 5 on the play, excuse me. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs.
I'd like to see a 3rd down stop here by the defense. Get the ball back, keep them out of McLean County territory.
Line to gain here is the 49 of Muhlenberg County. So just shy of midfield is where the Mustangs need to get. A good push up front would be nice to see from McLean County as the ball. Nolan's he's looking to throw. He's got a man deep down the right side. It's going to be a pass interference call. It's going to be on Braden Piercy. Looked like the ball was uncatchable. Overthrown just a little bit. Intended receiver there was number 85, who is not listed on the roster. So we'll have to be listening for that. But it's going to be a 1st down Muhlenberg County on the pass interference call.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Uncatchable balls, they're really judgment calls by the referees. There it was just going to be pass interference. Luckily, that's not a spot foul. It's just going to be automatic 15.
All right, so that's going to put the Mustangs into McLean County territory as they get up 1st and 10 on the McLean County 41-yard line. Nolan goes under center, sends Revelette in motion. Revelette gets the ball, and he's trying to bounce it out left. He gets positive motion. There's a flag on the far side of the field, though. That's Caden Revelette, number 2, like we talked about in the pregame, probably the most explosive athlete on the Mustang sideline. We'll see the call here.
Sideline infraction on McLean County. That's just going to be a warning.
That'll be a warning, so it'll be a 2-yard pickup for Revelette. His first carry of the day.
And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. First game back, being close to the sideline like that, it's going to happen. You're almost guaranteed every game a sideline infraction, whether it be high school or college, it's going to happen.
Absolutely. All right. Goes under center. The ball is given. There's a flag in the backfield as a host of Cougars brings down the ball carrier. That was number 22, Zach Harden, on the carry. But there's some laundry in the backfield. Thank you, Nate Carlock. I failed to put up our 6 points, and he called me out on that because I do that so often to him. Hopefully here in the next few weeks we'll have the rest of the McLean County Sports Network crew here. Right now we're working a two-man crew trying to do double duty, so bear with us on any small mistakes such as that. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Mustangs. We'll back them up to the Cougar 44-yard line.
It was actually a illegal procedure.
Oh, illegal procedure. I apologize. 2nd and 13. Ball is pitched out to Revelette, trying to get around the edge. There's another hanky in the backfield. Revelette stays on his feet, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line, but we will see what the penalty is going to be.
I believe that hanky came from the white hat, so we'll know something for sure here directly.
We'll check the penalty.
Got a holding against Muhlenberg County. That'll set them back 10 yards.
All right, so
and that's what we go back to. It goes to first game.
Yeah.
No inter squad, no scrimmages. Something that coaches very harp on, penalties are dead yards. They're not going to gain you, they're only going to hurt you.
Yeah, and then look at this situation. Muhlenberg County was driving the ball pretty good. Got into Cougar territory, and now they're set up on a 2nd down and a mile here. Have to get a little under 20 yards to pick up first down here on 2nd. A little over 20, I'm sorry. Nolan throws out to the right. He hits his receiver. That's number 3, who is not on the
official roster.
So we're going to have to check that. Pick up, let's see.
I would say that's probably 6, Carson Lee. He looks about 5'9".
Could have been. Not entirely sure. Trying to struggling a little bit with the numbers. It's pickup of about 6 on the play.
Muhlenberg County going 4 wide.
And we're throwing again. Pressure from
Pressure
both
in the backfield
sides.
brought him down.
And that's a combination of Lucas Mosey and James Hurley for the first sack of the year. Give that one to Mosey. The Beast picks up his first sack of the season. It's going to set up a 4th and long for Muhlenberg County from midfield. Line to gain is the McLean County 31-yard line, 19 yards away. And Muhlenberg County is going to elect to punt here.
Back from McLean County, Brady Dame and Conor Baldwin, 2 very contrasting football players.
Good kick. And that's going to back Baldwin up to the 12-yard line. He's running out right on the return. Tries to cut it back up, spins out of a tackle. He gets out to the 30-yard line. He's trying to cut it all the way back, and he will. Out across the 35, across the 40. He's across midfield. No, almost to midfield. He's stuck there at the 49-yard line. Outstanding return by Conor Baldwin. Puts McLean County in outstanding field position as the senior. He had big eyes right there after cutting it back and seeing a lot of green.
Yeah, gotta love it. And that's very good about these couple Baldwins we've had. These guys have very good football eyesight. They see the field. They see little openings to where they can make it, and they cut it, and they go for it.
All right, so here with 2:56 to play in the first quarter, McLean County starting their second drive here at their own 49-yard line. Got Brady Dame wide out left. Piercy goes in motion. Ball is given to Munster middle. He's hitting the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, driving forward. And it looks like they're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. So Munster's touched the ball 4 times so far. He's been contacted in the backfield all but 1 time, yet he's been able to turn most or all of his carries into positive yardage. So that's crucial for McLean County.
That's the thing about Munster. He's not a very big guy. He has a low center of gravity. He's very strong. He runs underneath his pads and he gets there. So even if you give him a good pop in the backfield, his feet are going to keep chopping and pick up yards.
Miller takes snap, and ball is on the turf. It looks like Muhlenberg County has recovered it.
Yep, they're going to get to Muhlenberg County.
Fumble from Miller there, picked up at the Muhlenberg County 49-yard line. So turnover there for McLean County here with 2:13 to play. That's going to set Muhlenberg County up with good field position to start their second drive.
Yeah, I mean, the Mustangs, the defense was getting through there. I'm not really sure what play we were going for there. I'm sure that was not it. But said it once, said a million times. It's the first game.
First game. If anybody thought this was going to be a clean first quarter, I'm sorry. That's not in the cards tonight as Nolan takes a snap and the ball is given middle. That is the fullback. Number 22, Zach Harden on the carry. And he picks up about five on the play.
Yeah, Muhlenberg County is running this wishbone offense, and they got three guys back there. The wing is a part of the wishbone offense, and whenever you have three backs like that, you can give it to any of them.
And the ball is
stuffed and brought back at the line of scrimmage.
What a play right there. I didn't see who got it on the backside. That might have been Gabe Whitmer on the play. Looked like Trevor Nolan wanted to hold on to that ball after a couple of fake handoffs, and Whitmer hit him in the backfield. Nice play there by the senior Whitmer. It's 3rd and 5 here for Muhlenberg County. One out wide right. Ooh, a little early movement. No, nothing called. And there's that shifty Revelette. It looks like he got enough to get the first down. Outstanding run for the 5-yard gain there. And that will be a first down, Muhlenberg County. And that's that shiftiness we were talking about. Probably the best athlete on the Mustangs roster here.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like Winky Drake was last year for Muhlenberg County. That guy would get the ball, and he would just make something happen even if there was nothing there.
All right, so same formation, wishbone, one wide out right. Trevor Nolan goes under center, and the ball is given middle. That is Revelette again. And he's going to pick up 3 on the play.
Got 20 seconds left in the first quarter. You got to think Muhlenberg County's probably going to run out the clock on this one.
You'd think. But you never know. Maybe they'll surprise us here.
Could do a no play. Try to get somebody drawn off sides.
No, I don't think so.
I think they're just going to run the clock out.
And after the end of one quarter, McLean County in front here at Muhlenberg County High School, 6-0 over the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs. We're the McLean County Sports Network. We're excited to be here. Friday Night Lights finally, and we will be back in just one short break. All right, and we are back. Cougar football fans here. Well, we were going to begin the second quarter, and not entirely sure what's happening, so we'll wait a couple more seconds, and I'm going to take a drink of my Sprite. We will be right back. All right, folks, and we are back. Here to begin the second quarter of play. Muhlenberg County has the ball 2nd and 7 from the McLean County 38-yard line.
Muhlenberg County going shotgun with 2 men to the near side.
Revlett gets the ball running right. He's met just a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage. Pickup of 2 on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and medium situation here for Muhlenberg County.
Muhlenberg's been living in this drive in between the 30 and 30.
They really have.
I'd like to see McLean County keep them there.
All right, 3rd and 5 for Muhlenberg. And it looked like McLean County's entire defensive line jumped off sides right there.
Anxious.
Very anxious, trying to get back to the quarterback. That's going to be an encroachment penalty, and that should be enough yardage for the first down. We'll see as they step this thing off. And there go the chains. That's going to be a first down, Muhlenberg County.
And that discipline will come. You know, it's not uncommon. You had a weird thing happen right before the second quarter started, and to come out with a play like that, that's very smart on Muhlenberg County's end.
Yep, so that's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from McLean County 31-yard line. Ball is given middle. I think that was Bullock on the carry. It was. That's going to be a pickup of 3 on the play. Bullock's 2nd carry of the game. Like we said, Jamie Bullock was the leading ball carrier for the Mustangs last year. Carried the ball 101 times, I do believe. Yes, 101 times, 453 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Bullock last year.
What was he last year?
He was a junior. He's a senior this year.
Okay. Well, that's probably your senior offensive leader.
And ball is given number 22. Met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. That's Harden with the carry. Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to push them back. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long here from Muhlenberg County. 66, Jacob Hampton, senior defensive offensive lineman, there on the stop.
I'd like to see a good 3rd down stop here. Looks like Muhlenberg County's going to go trips to the near side in the shotgun formation.
Line to gain is the McLean County 21. Busting out a little shotgun. They bring in 1 tight. Looking to throw some pressure. He steps up, and the ball is tipped and dropped. No penalty, no flag. Ball is incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 8 here.
And that's what the McLean County defensive backs need to be. It needs to be a no-fly zone back there. You got Brady Dame, over 6'3" tall, got a good wingspan on him. He can get up there and knock those balls down. You got Conor Baldwin and Piercy both with the speed at safety and corner. You know, this is going to be something that's going to have to become second nature to that defensive backfield.
All right, 4th down, 2 wide both ways. One in the backfield with Trevor Nolan. Takes the snap. He's looking middle. He throws it up high for number 2, and it is caught. Touchdown, Mustangs. Caden Revelet. 29-yard touchdown reception. And this game is tied with 9:46 to play here in the second quarter in Greenville. Nice high ball right there. Give your athletes an opportunity to run under it. And that's exactly what Revelet did. I have to feel like, Drew, that that opening or that pass interference call in the first. Oh, bad snap on the PAT and nothing doing. So that's going to be Oh, there's a flag on the end of that play as well. We're going to see what that was for.
Yeah, I didn't catch what the flag was for, but it was over here towards the Muhlenberg County sideline.
It's awfully late. It looked like head coach Josh Staples was running out. He looked extremely frustrated on that, as a bad snap would indicate.
Well, that's a fire drill. Everybody fire, blow out whenever something happens like that. And it didn't sound like his team heard the call. And we're still up there blocking whenever they should have been going out and going for a pass.
Regardless, the situation is 6-6, so good outcome for McLean County right there. We're going to start over here with 9:46 to play here in the second quarter.
Got unsportsmanlike conduct against Muhlenberg County. That I assume would be assessed on the kickoff.
Yes, I would definitely think so. So as I was saying, Drew, before that quick snap and failed PAT, you have to think the first long pass play during Muhlenberg County's first or opening drive of the game that resulted in the pass interference. I feel like these last couple of pass plays we've seen against the McLean County pass defense, it's made them a little hesitant to get in there and fight for the ball or make a play on the ball. The pass that was towards the opposite hash just a couple of plays before the touchdown was another play where I would like to see some aggressiveness come out of that safety position and out of the corner position. Same thing there. It's one-on-one against Revlett. Great athlete, threw it up. But I still would like these athletes to make plays because we have athletes in the defensive backfield that can make balls or plays on balls like that.
Yeah, I mean, right there, that's a common jump-up ball. They call that a chimney ball because it's a ball that you throw very high and you throw it just like it comes down a chimney. One good NFL quarterback that you could assimilate that to would be Aaron Rodgers. You've seen him throw a lot of Hail Mary passes, those chimney balls that fall straight down. The best way to defend that is to knock the ball straight down. That way nobody has a chance to catch it because there's that off chance. If you just tip it up in the air, that increases a higher chance of somebody else catching the ball.
Ball is kicked. And that's headed out of bounds, and that's where it will reside. So, again, Muhlenberg County kicks the ball out of bounds on the kickoff, and McLean County will take over at their own 35-yard line. Well, I'm sorry, there was a penalty assessed before that, so it will actually be – it will not be the 35-yard line. It will be – what will it be, Drew?
On that, it should be the spot. I believe you can choose – 35-yard line or where it went out of bounds if it was ahead of the 35-yard line. For example, if it went out the 40-yard line, goes at the 40. But the way that it's looking, the 15-yard penalty plus another 15-yard penalty instead of it being at the 35-yard line, they're just going to put it at midfield and we're going to set up shop.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
We're making it up as we go.
Yes, we're figuring this out as Matthew Miller goes under center. Third drive for McLean County here, 6-6, 9:46 play in the second quarter. Miller gives the ball middle to Conor Baldwin. He was coming back on the reverse. He was hit and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the near side.
Looks like it's going to be a
illegal shift on the Cougars. It is declined, so it's going to be second down, 10 to go.
I would have accepted that. It would have got 5 yards back. But would have had a first down. It's just the dice you roll.
It is the decision you have to make. So 0 yards on that carry for Conor Baldwin. We'll see what Coach Wagner dials up here. Brady Dame going way wide left. Morgan Allgood at that tight end position to the left. Baldwin goes in motion. Ball is given middle to Munster. He is driving out. He leaps and gets 4 yards on the play. And again, hit early on in his run. Battles for a solid 4-yard gain. But Munster's carried the ball so far 5 times. 4 of those he's been contacted at the line of scrimmage. So we'll see if we can start opening up holes a little bit bigger for our number one weapon on the offensive side of the ball. 3rd down and 6 here for McLean County. Line to gain is the 40-yard line of the Muhlenberg County Mustangs.
You know, a very underrated stat is yards after contact.
I agree. As Matthew Miller pitches it out to Braden Piercy, he
Makes
slips
a man
a tackle.
miss. He's getting first
he's
down.
outside. He's up the sideline, and Braden Piercy is gone. Touchdown, Cougars, and breakout player of the year candidate Braden Piercy making his presence known. 46-yard touchdown scamper for the senior, and McLean County jumps back on top 12-6 here with 8:20 to play in the first half at Mustang Stadium. What a run, Drew.
I mean, he got to the edge and he was gone. I mean, you saw speed. I mean, he just got there. And the best part about that play, besides the touchdown, no penalties.
No penalties.
And that's what happens a lot. You see a man break out like that. You see different players getting chippy, want to push a man in the back, and that's whenever little mistakes like that get a touchdown called back.
Miller goes under center, going for 2 here. Ball is kept by Miller, and he's trying to fight forward. Did he get to the goal line? He did. 2-point conversion is good, and McLean County goes up 14-6 here, 8:20 to play in the first half at Mustang Stadium. We're just going to stick with you here and talk a little bit about Braden Piercy, that big 46-yard touchdown run. It looked like it could have been cut short. He was able to slip a tackle in the backfield right after receiving the ball, but as soon as he got to the outside, it was immediately to the next level. He went second level, he went third level, he went gone. Nobody was catching that kid.
No, as soon as he hit pay dirt, as soon as he was getting to the outside, he was hitting pay dirt. Nobody's catching him. I saw in that play, Muhlenberg County was taking bad pursuit angles. You're not going to catch someone with a high speed with bad pursuit angles. What I saw in the backfield was I saw a linebacker get into the backfield, but he did not seal his edge. So whenever he tried to tackle Braden up top, whenever that happened, an arm tackle is not going to break speed like that. So whenever he gets hit up top, that's not going to bring him down. So he just kept on going, got to the edge, pay dirt.
And in that instance, if you don't make that tackle after leaving your position, I mean, that's a situation that you're left with. Outstanding run by Braden Piercy. We're looking for home run hitters this year after losing a couple. I think we've already found one, Drew. So here we go. New kicker on the field for the McLean County Cougars. Number might not be correct. That looks like Jacob Capps, I do believe. And kick, not a bad little kick. Short. Let's see if it stays in bounds. And it looks like Muhlenberg County dives on it just as the ball. All right, folks. Looks like we lost the stream just for a second.
Just to sum up what happened real quick, from where we think that we lost you, there was a punt received by Brady Dame. Cougars
and now
take
Braden
over on
Piercy
offense.
running out left. Looks like there could be a hold in the backfield. Piercy would pick up the first down there, 14-yard run. But it looks like there's going to be a penalty in the backfield. It's Cameron Dukes and Morgan Allgood back there around the laundry.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a hold. White Hat already made the call, holding against McLean County.
So a lot of confusion going on here, Drew. We got 6 minutes, 16 seconds to play here in the first half. Our stream just randomly froze up. I apologize. We should be back on now. We should be good to go. I hope we are. Another long run by Braden Piercy. They're negated by a hold in the backfield. That's going to be a spot foul. So we're looking at 1st and 22 here. Piercy goes in motion. It's pitched out to Piercy. He's trying to get out left and up the sideline. He's looking for running room. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, out across that. Another good pickup by Braden Piercy, about 13 or 14 yards on the play. Nice run.
We got a Mustang player
senior
on the ground.
Yes, and we have an injured Mustang on the field. So with that, we're going to take a quick time out of our own, and we'll be right back. We're in the McLean County Sports Network. All right, folks, and we are back. That was number 34, sophomore Logan Lanham that was down for Muhlenberg County. He is up and on his feet and has walked off under his own strength, so that's a positive sign after any injury to see a player walk off on their own accord. So situation, 2nd and 8, 5:55 to play here in the first half. Braden Piercy just ripped off a 14-yard run to put McLean County back into a good position. Conor Baldwin, motion. He gets the ball running out right, and he is contacted just right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Nice tackle right there by number 25 for Muhlenberg County.
Yeah, that's just a good open field tackle. You can't do anything to prevent that.
That was Jackson Karuba, and I believe he came from the opposite side of the field to make that play. So no gain there for Baldwin. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 situation for McLean County.
I'd like to see McLean County rip off a first down here and then get a good sustained long drive, eat up this clock, and hit pay dirt before the half.
Definitely. It's going to be a timeout, Muhlenberg County. And we'll just stay on here and chat. I apologize again to Nate Carlock. Noticed that I hadn't updated the scoreboard yet again. My apologies, Nathan. I know you, in this case, teacher becomes student. So here we are, 5:12 to play, 14-6 in the first half, Drew. We've seen some great things so far from McLean County. We've seen a lot of sloppy play on both sides of the field, both sides of the ball for both teams. And as I've mentioned several times, this is to be expected when you don't have a scrimmage, when you have a shortened practice schedule, when you don't get the pads on as much as you normally do. So despite us starting later this season, it really feels like we're starting earlier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like the real story of this game is going to be told in the second half, just due to because the lack of conditioning that these kids have. Luckily, this game is September the 11th. Normally they'd be starting in late August. It's very hot. It's very humid. You run into these conditioning issues. But with it being in the middle of September, it's probably a nice 70 degrees here. There's a breeze blowing. It's beautiful football weather.
Perfect. As Zach Clayton goes in motion, ball is given to Andrew Munster running left. He's contacted the line of scrimmage again, and he falls forward for a short gain of 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for McLean County, depending on the spot. Oh, yeah, they only gave him 2 there. So, again, trying to get Munster involved, but the middle run game just hasn't been working for the Cougars so far. And not getting that push on the interior of that offensive line. As we mentioned in the pregame, Jabin Wedding, center for McLean County last year, all-area player, excellent there in the middle of that offensive line. Gone. We have a new center this year in Tyler Harbison. And it looks like just communication maybe on that interior line is stopping us up a little bit, as we've had some success on the edge. Regardless, it's going to be a timeout. It looks like McLean County was going to set up for a punt, but here with 4:27 to play, McLean County calls a timeout on this 4th and 6 situation. I got to give a shout-out real quick to Mr. Eli Ellis, and I'm just going to simply say, quit dogging me, dude. I'm doing my best here. That's all I'm trying to do, and I will beat you on the golf course as soon as we go out. So you know that. Okay? That's all I have to do. That's all I have to say.
What did he do? Did he see your fantasy team?
No, he just said quit screwing up the scoreboard.
Well,
he's just being a hater.
Haters going to hate.
Fantasy football. Drew, my fantasy team is starting out great. Edwards Hilaire going for a touchdown and over a buck last night. I had Tyreek Hill score a touchdown for me last night. I had David Johnson score a touchdown for me last night. Fantasy football is looking good for me this season.
I have to agree with myself. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I did have Kermit the Frog, Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, and his tight end, Travis Kelce, last night. And they did some work.
Mahomes and his Mahomie?
Yeah.
All right, so the ball was not set. It looked like we were setting up to have a little trickeration going, but the ball was not whistled back into live play there. So the trickeration will go for naught, it looks like.
Might have to go back to the drawing board on that one.
They're going to reset it.
Let's try this again.
And Matthew will go back into protection now. Hurley receives it, gets the punt away, and it's straight up in the air. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, actually right at the line of scrimmage. A net punt of 0 on the play. So with 4 minutes and 20 seconds here in the first half, Muhlenberg County is going to take over at the 45-yard line of McLean County. And I got to say, Drew, that shows one of the things that we are going to miss a little bit from last season. Our special teams, our kickers in particular, were pretty solid and had been in those roles for a while. Kickoff specialist, Armando Rodriguez, our punter, Peyton Caraway. These are positions that you don't think about a whole lot when you're thinking about the general scope of the team, but field position is crucial when you're running offense like we do. So hopefully we can get that remedied and figured out here as Muhlenberg County takes over. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play. They do get the ball in the second half, so a score right here from Muhlenberg County would be huge in this game. Nolan goes under center. And
looks like a halfback pass. Throwback pass.
Throwback to Nolan. He gets the ball up in the air. That's number 85 out there. It is knocked down, almost picked by Conor Baldwin. Excellent job to undercut that throw. Just slipped out of his hands, but an excellent play right there. And I love seeing that, Drew, that intensity and being aggressive going after the ball. Kind of remind me of an old number 26, from back in the late 2010 era. I forgot the dude's name that wore that jersey, but he was about Conor Baldwin's size, probably a little bit thicker,
Thicker with 2 C's. Well, I like flying around the field.
Hey,
it is what it is.
Fun. We got 3 wide left, 1 right. 1 man in the backfield with Trevor Nolan. He takes a snap. He's looking left and throws just short. Wesley Wells gets back there. Bigfoot got his hands up and altered the throw by Nolan. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here. So Muhlenberg tried to go to the air and a couple of quick incompletions, 15 seconds off the clock, and we're at 3rd down and 10 here, 44-yard line of McLean County.
Yeah, back to what you were talking about a second ago with special teams. Special teams are called hidden yards, and the reason why is because you have somebody like Peyton Caraway who could punt the ball 30, 40 yards, flip the field. If you have a special teams, you have specialists that, returning the ball,
right,
putting it in the opposite team's territory. These hidden yards add up.
All right, Nolan back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He's hitting the backfield, not brought down. That was Wesley Wells who had him. He is lit up by Andrew Munster, but he delivers the pass on target. That's big number 85. And again, name not listed. It's still going to be 4th down. Did not pick up enough yardage there for the first. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2 situation. Thought we had a sack, and then Andrew Munster, free release, drilled Trevor Nolan as he was delivering that ball. Just got it away. Accurate pass. So now Muhlenberg County has a 4th and short situation. 2 yards to go. Line of gain. 34-yard line of McLean County.
You got to think they're going to go up the middle here.
It comes set. Tight end back, looking back for the play, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout for Muhlenberg County, their second charge timeout of the game. And with this one, we're going to take a quick timeout of our own. We're in the McLean County Sports Network, and we will be right back. All right, here we go. 4th and 2. Revlett goes in motion. The ball is given middle. That is Jamie Bullock, and he's going to pick up enough yardage for the first down for Muhlenberg County. Pick up 3 on the play, and that's going to be a first down. Mustangs here. 3:23 to play in the first half in Greenville.
Yeah, that's something McLean County's seen as of late from a Jacob Miller or a Peyton Caraway. I need 3 yards to give to the big body guy.
Go get me 3 yards, exactly. And maybe in the second half we'll see maybe a Lucas Mosey or somebody like that start to fill that role for McLean County. Mosey on our side, he's carried the ball twice, 3 and 5 yards, so that short yardage back could be vital. 3 minutes to play here in the first half as first and 10 for the Mustangs. And Trevor Nolan trying to look right again. He sees Revlett out there, and he dives for the first down, and he's got it right at it. 10-yard completion to Revlett. Clock is going to stop there as he dove out of bounds, and these chains reset.
Very close to it. That was a 50-50 on the first down, but that's just how that works.
Yeah, it really was. So I can tell you right now, my passing statistics for Muhlenberg County may be a little off at halftime. I'm just going to give you all a heads up on that.
Facts are optional as always here at the McLean County Sports Network.
Revlett goes in motion. Ball is given middle. Bullock gashes McLean County there. And he's going to pick up 11 on the play. They're going to move the chains.
That clock's going to start. Got 2:20 left in the first half.
2:20 in the first.
Like to see McLean County with a goal line stand here. Well, it's not necessarily a goal line stand. Muhlenberg County has to make it to the 1-yard line. One man down here to the near sideline.
Revlett goes in motion, and it's tossed out to Revlett. He's trying to get the edge. There might be a hold there on that edge. Hold of Zach Clayton. Do we see a flag? And they're going to give it a touchdown, and no flag on the play. Touchdown, Muhlenberg County here, 1:53 in the second quarter. Drew, I saw a lot of grabbing on that edge that was set outside for Revlett to get around, and nothing called. So be it as it may, Muhlenberg's pulled within 2 with a chance to tie here. 1:53 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about high school football. You know, you can call holding on any play and every play.
That is true.
Looks like Muhlenberg County is going to go for 2. Got a man to the far side, short to the near side.
And it's pass left short. Ball bounces. That's incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. So the score will remain McLean County 14, Muhlenberg County 12 here with 1:53 to play in the first half. And Drew, you got to think, 1:53, plenty of time for McLean County to put some more points on the board. And with Muhlenberg receiving the ball in the second half, this is a pivotal point in the game for our Cougars.
Yeah, you got to get points on the board right now to create a separation. The bad part about McLean County's offense is that we do eat up a lot of clock running that wing T formation. That being said, we have a weapon on offense that we haven't really utilized yet in Brady Dane.
That's
if
true.
If we can get Matthew Miller air the ball out a little, Muhlenberg County hasn't seen a pass this game. You know, that's something they might not expect. You know, I've seen them lining up man on Brady. But if he can get that breakaway speed, use his height.
Little separation.
Separation is all, and then...
The thing about it is we saw it last year. With Brady's size, he creates a mismatch. You throw it up, and most of these DBs, they're going to have to climb his back just to defend the pass. So, we spoke of last year the big play at Owensboro Catholic late in the game. Brady came down with that pass, and it ended up being a first down. But it was going to be a pass interference anyway, so... This ball is kicked middle, and big bounce received by Braden Piercy at the 22-yard line. He's weaving, trying to find a lane to get through. He gets out across the 35-yard line to about the 37. Decent return there for Piercy. So McLean County is going to have 2/3 of the field to travel here with 1:44 to play in the half.
You know, it can be done. It's just my opinion. But I think Muhlenberg County may be running a spy on Munster just because he's been getting hit at the line of scrimmage every time. That Muhlenberg County could be keying him because everybody else in the backfield besides Matthew Miller is brand new back there, except for Andrew Munster. They may be having a spy on Munster. That's why he's being cut short on the drives.
Definitely seems like he's been keyed on so far this game, as unable to break anything over 8 yards. As Matthew Miller's rolling out right, he's looking middle deep. That's Brady Dame. He dives. He's unable to come up with it right there, Drew. Just as you were talking about, Brady Dame had more than a step. The ball came out a little wobbly out of Miller's hand. If he puts a good spiral on that, you might have seen Brady Dame jogging into the end zone. Regardless of the what-ifs, it's 2nd down and 10 now here with 1:37 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, Muhlenberg County has come through the line there. Matthew was unable to make his 3-step drop and get his feet set. Therefore, that was a bad pass. And right there, Brady has to go for it.
And it looked like for a second he was going to be able to get his hands on it, just, to break off the route like that, to curl it around, just some difficulty as Miller goes under center. 2nd down, Brady down. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. McLean County, their second charge timeout of the half. With that, we're going to take a quick break of our own. 1:35 to play here in the second quarter. McLean County hanging to a 2-point lead here in Muhlenberg County. We will be right back. All right, folks, we are back here. 1:35 to play in the first half. McLean County with the ball, 2nd and 10. Matthew Miller under center. And he holds on to it, gives it to Braden Piercy, going short side, trying to get some room. He's contacted, gains about 4 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. Okay, run right there. The clock is going to continue to run, though. And right now, McLean County really trying to generate some points as Muhlenberg County gets the ball in the second half.
See, I would have said Braden was out of bounds there. He got pushed out of bounds. The clock should stop. But I guess me and the white hat saw something different.
I don't know. I feel like I'll always see something different on that type of call. Usually if you're drug out of bounds or tackled out of bounds or something like that, the clock should stop. But I don't think that's always the same thing. And pretty poor spot there. Ball is given to Munster. He shakes a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. But again, good tackling on Munster up front. Pickup of 1 on the play. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long for McLean County here. 40 seconds left in the first half.
Game clock's about 3 seconds ahead of the play clock.
And Muhlenberg's going to call a timeout. They're going to force McLean with 29 seconds here to punt it back to them. So we'll stay on here. Right at the end of that play, Braden Piercy was coming back to the huddle. A little shaken up. Now he pulls his helmet off. Hopefully he's okay, as on the offensive side of the football, he has been our only bright spot of the night. I feel like pretty much everything else has been shut down aside from those runs, particularly short-sided runs by Braden Piercy that have gone for long yardage.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to near run to your sideline. That really helps out a lot. Don't know why. It just does.
You're just pumped. You want to give high fives to your boys.
Yeah, or you can pull a Mike Tomlin, shout out Pittsburgh Steelers, and
puke,
trip somebody.
That is kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, that is really funny. You see where Ryan Shazier retired?
Officially retired, yeah.
Officially retired 4 years ago. Was paralyzed in just an unfortunate incident and was making his way back and making a lot of strides, but I think time just caught up with him. He knew his dream of playing in the NFL was over at that point. As we are back, 4th down here, McLean County set to punt it back to Muhlenberg County. And more whistles on the field as it looks like Coach Wagner is going to take his final timeout of the half. It ended up being a lot of timeouts here at the end of the second quarter. So we'll continue with this conversation. So, Drew, we have the NFL starting back up. Had game last night, have games this weekend. My Titans are going to be playing Monday Night Football, which is exciting. We never get Monday night games. Unfortunately, it's going to be 9 o'clock on Monday night, and that's about my bedtime. So it's going to be a late night for me. But excited about that. A lot of college football starting up this weekend. ACC play is starting. I know Louisville and Western going to be going at it tomorrow, which is pretty exciting.
I'm calling it now. Tops on top.
Tops on top. I don't know. It's going to be it could be a good game.
It's either going to be tops on top or Scott's Tots.
Yeah, there's a lot of T's there. A lot of T's in both
Very
of those.
good alliteration.
Ton of alliteration. It's like my name, Heath Hicks. All right, so McLean County is out, and Muhlenberg County is freaking out. In the booth above us, McLean County looks like they're going to run a play. Matthew Miller goes under center. 4th down and 6. He's going to pitch it out right. That's Zach Clayton running right. He gets a block up front. He picks up the first down. He picks up more, and he gets out across the 40-yard line. Zach Clayton, big gain right there on 4th down. There's an injured Mustang in the backfield. Big pickup on the play. 40-40, 22-yard pickup for Zach Clayton on his second carry of the day. And injury timeout here with Muhlenberg County. Player down in the backfield, and wow, McLean County goes from almost punting it back to the Mustangs. They call a timeout, and they draw something up for the junior Zach Clayton. Showed a lot of bright spots last year and showed another one there as with 20 seconds to play. Now McLean County's back in that range. One big hitter, and we could get into that end zone.
Yeah, you got to have something drawn up here. You got 20 seconds. You're over 20 yards out. You're not even in the red zone. If you do gain yards, if you can break to the outside, you need to make sure you get out of bounds and stop that clock because Wagner has no more timeouts. He's not taking any home into halftime.
Not putting them on the bus with him, that's for sure. Both of these teams are without timeouts now. There are 20.7 seconds to play. McLean County, I mean, we know what we do. We run the ball. That's how we roll. So, you might have an opportunity. If you have a long run here, that might do it. If you have a long run, you better get into the end zone or get out of bounds because if you don't, that's going to be stopping the clock. If you have a short run, you might have an opportunity to get back on the ball and get another playoff. We'll see if Wagner may put it in the air, may go after one of the big targets, Brady Dame, maybe put Braden Piercy on the outside and let him run a fly pattern or something like that. Here, a lot of options as we are in not the red zone, but we're in scoring territory, as that was number 20 for Muhlenberg County who was injured on the play. That's Alex Revlett, I'm assuming brother to Caden. And he's off the field now and looks to be okay. So here we go. 1st and 10, McLean County from the Muhlenberg County 37-yard line. 20.7 seconds to play here in the first half. Piercy goes in motion. Miller looking to throw. He throws it up to Brady Dame. Brady Dame catches it one-handed, tiptoes, stays in bounds. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
No way.
What an amazing catch. What an amazing catch by Brady Dame, one-handed. Drew, I really hope you got that on film.
I did.
Okay.
They got it. If I didn't, I'm pretty sure we would be getting texts in about 40 seconds from now due to the delay.
Yes. My goodness, what a play by Brady Dame.
Matthew Miller's calling the spike play, but there's something going on. A bottle on the field or something. There's a gentleman down here.
Not sure entirely what's going on. Pickup of 29 on the big hitter right there. Great play by Brady Dame. And a good throw by Matthew Miller. Threw it to the outside. Only gave Brady an opportunity to catch that ball.
See, that's the difference from that previous pass play to Brady. He had good pass protection from the O-line. Matthew Miller had time to take his 3-step drop, set his feet, and make a good toss. And It was on target.
It was on target. Good spiral.
Good spiral. Everything was good. It was a good ball.
All right, 12.4 seconds. McLean County 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Matthew Miller goes under center, sends Piercy in motion. He's going to roll out left. He's getting pressure, and he is in no man's land. He has to throw one up, and it is intercepted. and there's no one back there. As a shifty miss right there. That was Caden Revlett. And this is going to be a pick 6.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
And it looks like there is some laundry in the backfield. I know one player from the Mustangs has his helmet off. It looks like Braden Piercy is down on the play. And we have to wait and see, folks, before we put any of these points on the board.
I was trying to follow along with the play, but using my peripheral vision, I was seeing a lot of things that could happen in a play like that. A lot of blocking the backs, a lot of thinking, not using your head, just seeing, okay, we got 6 here. I'm going to hit this guy. I'm going to light him up. Those are undisciplined plays that occur, and that's when these penalties occur. So we'll wait and see what the referees have to say. This very well could be offsetting penalties.
Offsetting would mean what in this case? No touchdown? There's also a flag down by the end zone that Caden Revlett scored following the interception. If the interception stands, that's a 92-yard interception return for a touchdown to end this half, and it will give Muhlenberg County the lead. Long conference by the referees here at midfield, and we are anxiously awaiting their decision.
I can tell you one thing. The Muhlenberg County coaches that we're sharing the box with were not happy about the situation.
Oh, were they not?
No.
Are you just saying something, whispering?
I'm not saying.
You're not?
I'm just saying.
Okay. We'll wait right here. Looking down at their sideline. Both sidelines. Obviously a little dejected right there. Matthew Miller tried to roll to his left, which is always tough to go to your opposite hand. Ran into some interference and just threw it up into
Looks like the coaches and players are getting chippy over here on Muhlenberg County sideline. They're walking out.
Yeah, and they throw the football back across to Coach Ward there.
Looks like they're...
that's Coach Staples out there talking.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe in this situation with offsetting penalties, it's one untimed down.
From where? If it's offsetting
the penalty.
But it's after the interception. So it's post-interception. Turnover would count, but the touchdown would be negated?
The touchdown would be negated, and then it would be a spot foul, one untimed down.
And see, this is where...
it gets kind of muddy at this point.
It gets very muddy. It's quite the situation here. Coach Ward is out making note of the situation. Coach Wagner is getting clarification. Coach Staples is at midfield trying to figure it all out. What's it going to be?
Change his mind, go back the other way.
Okay, maybe no decision. We're still waiting. McLean County's walking back out onto the field around midfield. Looks like their defense is coming out. Could be a spot foul on the return. I think that's what we're looking at here, Drew. So now the officials come over and are giving their explanation to Coach Staples. And just based on what I see right now, Drew, McLean County defensive unit is back out on the field. So
there could be an illegal block in the back on the return.
An illegal block in the back on the return, one untimed down for Muhlenberg County.
Is the assumption right now.
And it looks like McLean County's putting out a prevent team as sophomore Tyson Howard enters the game to give you another.
Is going back to
another safety position. So no touchdown on the play. I think that's.
Well, the white hadn't made a call yet.
Yeah, just based on this. Let's see what we got. All right, Coach Staples wants a little more clarification.
Me too.
Me 3. Very curious. I feel like this quarter has lasted.
Judging by the hand motions, we
time.
just got Looks like an offsetting. Yeah, prevent offense, and you're going to have a 4-down lineman.
Yeah, you
kinda wanna
prevent
get it.
defense.
Yeah, prevent defense. You're going to have 4-down linemen. You're going to have your 3 middle linebackers, and then you're going to have 4 defensive backs. Just kind of playing center field out there and making sure nobody gets in the end zone. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Okay, we have
An eligible receiver downfield. Block below the waist against Muhlenberg County. That penalty is declined. But personal foul, face mask, McLean County. Then we have another. Those penalties will offset.
Goodness gracious. Sorry, folks. I think
First down.
I think everybody's just, all right, so 2 offsetting penalties both ways. You had a legal man downfield. You had a block below the waist. You had a personal foul, and you had a face mask. Offsetting penalties. 1 untimed down. Yeah, 1 untimed down for Muhlenberg County. They're going to have to go quite a ways here as they are backing the football up back into Muhlenberg County territory. I'm assuming at the spot of the unsportsmanlike conduct, I guess.
Or that could be the block below the waist. If I'm guessing.
Oh, you're good.
If I'm guessing from that spot, that's where Matthew tossed it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so he was probably trying to cut back at a pursuit angle.
Right.
Or somebody else did.
Now that you say that, I do. Matthew was lone man back there. With
it looks like they're going to
so.
go in the V formation, take a knee, and just end this.
Take a knee, and in the half, after all that confusion, Muhlenberg County takes a knee. And after the first half of play here in 2020, McLean County with a slim lead over the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs, 14-12 here at Mustang Stadium in Muhlenberg County. What a first half, about an hour and a half of football. Welcome back, high school football. It's going to be an exciting one, folks. Here in the second half, Muhlenberg will be receiving that opening kickoff, and we hope you tune in. 15 minutes here at halftime, so we're going to take a quick break of our own. We'll come back a few minutes out to give you a stats recap and talk about what's going to have to happen in the second half for McLean County to start this season 1-0. But regardless, we are the McLean County Sports Network. Please share with everyone. Team1sports.com, Team1 Sports, the app, Team1prep.com to get on here and watch this exciting finish of Week 1 of 2020 high school football. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we will be back shortly.
All right, folks, and we are back here at Muhlenberg County High School, the West Campus, Mustang Stadium. We are the McLean County Sports Network, and we're excited about bringing you this second half coverage as McLean County currently holding on to a slim 14-12 lead over the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs. We're a little bit under a minute until the second half gets underway. As we mentioned before we took our break, Muhlenberg County will be receiving this kickoff to begin the second half. A couple of just quick notes, basically. When you're looking at this thing statistically, I started figuring it. It's basically been the tale of two big playmakers, Braden Piercy on McLean County's side, Caden Revlett for Muhlenberg County. Revlett scored 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and Piercy has had runs of 18, 17, 46, which was a touchdown, and 14. So we'll see what McLean County can do here in the second half to get some more guys into the mix. Andrew Munster, he's carried the ball 7 times so far, hasn't picked up anything more than 8 yards on any carries. So we'll see if they can get him involved a little bit more here in the second half and maybe show off Brady Dame a little bit. We got a glimpse of it there at the end of the second quarter, what he can do receiving the football. So here we go as both teams are back out on the field. James Hurley back out to kick this one away to Muhlenberg County.
And here's where it all comes down to, second half, the short conditioning season, you're going to see who's going to stand the test of the second half.
Definitely. And it's picked up at the 35-yard line. That's number 11. He's met at the 37-yard line. 2-yard return. Good coverage right there for McLean County. Muhlenberg County is going to take over at their own 37-yard line to begin the second half here.
And going back to that short conditioning season, we haven't seen a lot of cramps or anything like that on the McLean County side. I know Coach Wagner likes to keep them on a good dietary regimen, and I believe these guys have been doing it independently and, keeping their bodies in shape. And I feel like, if we can stay healthy through the second half, we should be able to wrap this thing up. Looks like we're going to have a false start penalty on Muhlenberg County. False start on Muhlenberg County. That'll set them back 5 yards.
It's a positive start for McLean, not so much for Muhlenberg.
Fun fact, the exact same thing happened whenever they started their first drive of the ballgame.
Nice fun fact. Good to know. As Nolan goes under center, puts Revlett in motion, tosses out to Revlett. He's trying to get outside left. Zach Clayton holds that up. Now he's trying to cut back field. Good block right there, and he falls down in the backfield. Going to be a big loss and a stupid late hit right there.
We might get away with it. That is not.
And I'm not entirely sure what happened. I was trying to look at the yard marker. And it's going to be a big loss for Revlett, who is still down on the play. No penalty flags are thrown. Going to be a loss of 11. And I'm not sure if – I know it was Gabe Whitmer there pleading his case with the official. And the officials seemed to agree, maybe lost his balance or was shoved into Revlett there at the end of that play. Regardless, Muhlenberg County star running back, receiver, all-around awesome player is on the ground. He looks to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I did see Gabe fall, but, first game of the year, this could be something where he got shoved in the backs. Somebody from Muhlenberg County just got excited. He might have lost his footing. Let's see, McLean County practices on a real grass turf. This is AstroTurf, not necessarily a familiar setting for Gabe. There
are a lot of factors at play. On the play itself, I know Revlett got all the way out to the left side, saw nothing. Zach Clayton did a good job of setting the edge and turning him back into the McLean County defense. At that time, I saw Morgan Allgood get picked up on a block. It looked like Revlett was trying to read that when he fell down, and then immediately I was looking upfield to look at the yardage loss, and then I just see number 56, Gabe Whitmer, right there with him. So very curious about it. There had to be referees sitting there and didn't seem to think that anything was malicious enough to throw a penalty flag even. So it looks like it's just an unfortunate kind of
accident right here rather than anything involving ill will or hot temper.
Right. I mean, we've seen the normal chippiness out of a football game, especially the first one of the year. So I'm not saying that there was ill intent or anything like that, because I haven't seen anything, a lot of jawing or anything of that nature.
No, this is, the only time that I thought there was maybe a rising and some tempers was right there at the end of the first half on that interception return. And I think a lot of that was circumstantial as well. That
was a frustrating play if you're on McLean County.
Mm-hmm. But even so, I think the penalties that were called on McLean County in that, frustration with the play and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm not encouraged by the sight of this, so I hate seeing this. Revlett's been huge for Muhlenberg County in this game. 2 touchdowns. Had a 29-yard touchdown reception. He had a 12-yard touchdown run on a toss-out left. And really, every time he's touched the ball, you thought it could go for good yardage. And he's still laying on the ground now.
No, and this is absolutely something you don't like seeing in a football game. It is it is a contact sport, but you hate seeing any of these kids, get injured or down for a period of time like this. It's a kids' game, and these are kids. We don't want to see people injured at all.
Definitely not. Definitely not. It looks like they're getting him back up. They're trying. He keeps holding his side a little bit. And they're going to get him back up on his feet, it looks like. They're going to try to. So he's weak, but he is back up, and that is promising. But as I said, tough to see that, especially out of a kid that was really playing well tonight.
Yeah, I hope he's able to at least get back into this game, or if he doesn't get back in this game, he gets back in next week. But I don't believe there was ill intent in any play like that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And, it really must have been like incidental contact too.
Yeah, because there's the white hat was there.
The white hat was there. You had the back judge. And you know as well as I do in high school football, if there's anything in the backfield, any kind of play like that, they are very quick to throw a flag. They would have had to physically view an incidental situation, just bad luck occur for them not to just throw a flag out of habit,
Right, and you folks at home may have seen something that we didn't catch. We don't have replay up here. We just get it in real time. So, that's we missed it.
It's a we missed it situation. They're still on the field right now trying to figure out. I know that's the athletic director from Muhlenberg County out there standing with the officials. So I'm not exactly sure what the situation is there. I do want to give a quick shout-out to my man Dakota West, which is South Carolina. He gives the McLean County Sports Network his 5-star rating. So shout out to him, and shout out to everybody else who's tuned in tonight. We know this is different. Unusual circumstances call for unusual measures, and that's where we're at right now. We're trying our best to get through it and do what we can and best serve you and everything. Just be mindful that this is a new application that we're using. If you're having
website,
it's a new website, it's a new everything. If you are having technical difficulties right now on our side, we're doing good. We had one blip in the second quarter, but right now we're doing good on our end. If you're having any issues, you may want to refresh that application. If you're watching from a computer or something like that, refresh your browser. But as of right now, we are good on our end. I will let you know if we start having any issues here. We did have, like I said, a little issue in the first half, but it was resolved within about a minute, I do believe. So I guess there was maybe blood on the field, or maybe because Revlett was lying on the field
stationary for so long.
Maybe because of sweat or something like that. I guess they're trying to figure out how to clean this up, and I'm not trying to say anything about anything really, but But this is football, and these kids have been laying on the ground all night in different situations. So, sanitizing a 3 foot by 3 foot area.
Well, I mean, they're bouncing all over each other out there.
It's the nature of the beast, I guess. But regardless, it looks like we are going to get back to some football here. So after that big loss and the unfortunate injury play, Muhlenberg is looking at a 2nd and 20 from their own 26-yard line.
And they will start the clock.
And the clock is started again. 11:35 to play here in the third quarter. Trevor Nolan goes under center. And the ball, he is passing. And he is going to take off with it. He's running right. He's tackled from behind down at the 34-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. Lucas Mosey on the tackle. So still going to be 3rd and long for Muhlenberg County here. And there's Revlett entering back into the game. So whatever.
He probably either had a stinger or the wind knocked out of him, if I had to guess.
Yeah, he was holding his side, so I erred towards stinger, but it could have been a combination of both, as Revlett is lined up wide left with a couple of his Mustang compadres.
Trey right to the near side. They're going to pass. Low snap picked up.
Pass back right. That's Brady Dame territory.
Tipped.
And Brady misjudged that one. We thought that was going to be his first pick of the season. And he misjudged it just by a little bit. Tipped it enough to cause the incompletion. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Lost it in the lights.
Lost it in the lights. Okay. Well, it looked like he T-Rex armed it a little bit,
A little bit. You'll have that sometimes.
All right. So
it's an egg.
It's an egg. That's right. So 4th and 13. Muhlenberg County set up to punt this back to McLean County. Good stand right there for McLean County to begin this second half. Short kick.
Peter call.
And it looks like it is going to be, goodness gracious, Brady Dame. It's going to be down to the 47-yard line.
Somebody might tell him to get away from that thing. I heard the Peter call. For those who don't know, Peter is a call when there's a short punt. It's to notify the receiving team to get away from the ball because of the short kick, because if you touch that ball, incidentally, that ball will go live and can be recovered by the kicking team and advanced.
All right, so McLean County will start this first drive of the second half at their own 47-yard line. Good field position here, leading 14-12, 10:35 to play in the quarter.
I like to see Matthew just shake off that last play. Football, you have to have a short memory.
Piercy goes in motion, tosses to Piercy on the far side. He's trying to get the edge, and he is tackled after a 3-yard gain. That was number 20, Alex Revlett, on the tackle. Good job right there to contain Piercy. It's going to be a pickup of 2 on the play.
Well, it's just like we saw before. Braden was getting to the edge, and Muhlenberg County's DN sealed that off, but they tried to tackle him high. Whenever that happened, you're not going to be able to bring him down.
No.
10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Matthew Miller heading under center. Brady Dame spread out wide to the far side.
Ball's given middle to Munster, and Munster, keeping those legs turned, gets out to the 45-yard line of Muhlenberg County.
That looks like Munster of old right there.
That's a little bit better. He got the majority of that run bent backwards.
Yeah, I think somebody was on his back.
Nice pickup of 6 right there for Munster.
Looks like McLean's going into that NASCAR hurry-up offense.
Coach Wagner sees something he likes. Miller under center, sends Piercy in motion. He's going to pitch it out to Piercy, running left. He's got the first down and little more, maybe a yard more. It's another pickup of 3 on the play. First down, Cougars. So hit him on the inside, hit him on the outside, Drew.
With this drive, McLean County has the keys. They can set the tone. Right now, they're up by 2. They score 6, get a 2-point conversion, they can get 10. It'll be a 2-possession ball game.
Ball is given middle to Munster again. He
bounced off the pile.
4-yard pickup on the play. I believe seems to be an emphasis right here. Your two biggest weapons on the field have proven to be Munster and Piercy.
See, right now, McLean County has done two different types of motions. They've been sending people on a traditional sweep motion and then a jet motion, just like that previous play. And Muhlenberg County hasn't picked up on it yet.
So the ball is given middle right there again. And again, Munster rattles off another 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 situation for McLean County.
You know, very, very manageable 3rd down position that McLean County is in. You know, when they're driving, twins right to the far side.
Motion the opposite direction, and it's given to Conor Baldwin that way. He cuts it back up. He's met by several Mustangs. And he picks up 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and short situation for McLean County. Had the
Number 19, Conor Baldwin was the ball.
I'm sorry for the delay there. Okay, it's going to be 4th and 1 here. 7:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. McLean's got a less than yard to go as Matthew Miller quickly goes under center. That's a sneak, and he's going to have that and more as he gets out across the 30-yard line.
Look at that O-line push the pile.
Matthew Miller with a pickup of about, 6, 7 yards on that quarterback sneak.
I'll give him 7.
We'll give him 7. That sounds good. 7 sounds good. So Matthew Miller, solid 7-yard first down pickup there. Excuse me. 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard lines of the Mustangs. Miller goes under center, Brady Dame out left. Clayton goes in motion. He's going to get the pitch. He receives it. Oh, it looks like something
there's a
held
horse collar.
right there. Horse collar, no. Clayton stays on his feet. Excellent run by Zach Clayton.
And you can see Wagner on the far sideline instructing his offense to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So
Wagner's seeing something. He wants this NASCAR offense. He wants to hurry up.
8 yards there for Clayton, who had the big pickup at the end of the first half.
Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd down, 2 yards to go.
Ball's given middle to Munster, and he finds a crease and is just tripped up. Looked like that might have gone to the house, was tripped up at the last second. Still a first down pickup there on the play. Pickup of 6 for Munster. And this offense, like you said, going in NASCAR, Wagner sees something he likes, and he's getting this ball moving as quickly as possible.
Munster on that last play, shades of Woodburn brothers. Tripping, using that arm to push them back up, getting the first down, taking a guy with them, stumbling, rumbling, bumbling.
There you go. Munster takes the handoff, gets out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the play. And so far in this drive, Munster's carried the ball 5 times, 6-4, 6-3. And those numbers, while not jumping off the page, that's what moves the chains, and that's what puts points on the board for this McLean County offense. Miller under center again. He's going to sneak it up the middle. Good push up front by his line. He gets down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line.
It's looking close. He picked up the first down. Yeah, they're waving it off. They're going to give it to him.
They're going to give him the first down there.
As they should.
7-yard pickup, another 7-yard pickup for the senior quarterback on the quarterback sneak up the middle.
And we're hurrying him back up. We're back.
He's got Mosey in the backfield. Munster getting a breather on the sideline. Got motion, and it's given to Mosey, running off
pushing
right,
in.
And he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Lucas Mosey, the sophomore, McLean County, goes up 20-12 here with 5:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. Extra point pending.
That's a TDMC.
TDMC, man. You know, I came up with that call last year. I'm glad you brought it back. That's a good call. We need to start doing that again. 3-yard touchdown run. Oh, hush. That's really good. TDMC? We can make that a thing. Hashtag TDMC.
You might want to search that first.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I'd be scared to find out.
TDMC?
We'll leave it at that.
Okay, sounds good. McLean County going to go for 2 here. Brady Dame
spreading out wide. He's going to take his man out of the play by doing that.
Oh, ball's on the ground. That's going to be failed 2-point conversion. Moved the center over right there. It worked for us a couple of times last year. Not so much this time with the overload left. And with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, McLean County tacks on some points, up 20-12 over the homestanding Muhlenberg County Mustangs. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we will be back in just a moment. All right, we are back. James Hurley putting the ball up on the tee for McLean County as they're set to kick it back to the Mustangs. Good drive, good sustained drive right there, Drew, by McLean County. No big runs. 8 yards was the longest gain we had, but we gained every single play. 2, 3, 6, 4, 4, 6, 3, 1, 7, 7, 8, 3 for the TD. And it equates to 6 points on the board as coverage breaks down a little bit. Good return right there from Muhlenberg County out to their own 40-yard line. And I believe they said that's Braden Lovin on the return, number 1, Braden Lovin. So 5:18 to play. Muhlenberg County's back on the field.
Yeah, I'd like to see McLean County's defense make a stop here. The past couple drives, Muhlenberg County has been sustaining pretty well on offense. They've shown us a lot of formations. They're going to a bunch backfield and then got an X back to the far side.
Ball's given middle to Jamie Bullock, and he gets about 7 yards on the play. Nice pickup right there by Muhlenberg's leading ball carrier from a year ago. Bullock had a pretty decent first half as well. Ran the ball 5 times in the first half for about 20 yards. And
looks like we have an injured Mustang on the field. That may be a...
that might be Bullock.
Now, this may be a cramping issue. That's the way it looks like. He has one of his teammates appears to be stretching out his leg there. I would assume that it would be a cramp issue.
With human nights like this, you know, it's odd though, Drew. I feel like when we come over here to Muhlenberg County, cramping always seems to be an issue. I remember a few years back that we had the Night Boys, Noah and Elijah, and if anybody gave it their all, it was them. Those guys played as hard as any football players that have ever stepped on the field wearing maroon. But I feel like those two, as well as some others, it was every other play we had to stop for a cramping issue. I don't know if it's just the humidity in early September when we always play this game or what, but it just happens to be like that. Have you heard about mustard being
mustard packets are good?
Yes.
Pickle juice is good.
I've always heard pickle juice.
Bananas are always good to keep.
Do you like mustard?
I do not. I am a ketchup on a hot dog person.
I'm a ketchup on a hot dog person as well. My question to you is, if you had the worst cramp of your life, would you suck down a packet of yellow mustard?
I know my mom's listening, so if I said yes, she would call me a liar.
Okay,
because I would never touch mustard. This is how it works. My brother loves mustard, hates ketchup.
I
love ketchup, hates mustard.
Makes sense.
I cannot even open a mustard bottle.
Well, here's the thing.
I can't get that little flaky yellow stuff. I can't do it.
I'm with you 100%. Now, if it was honey mustard or spicy brown, it'd be a different conversation. 2nd and 3, Muhlenberg County, 4:59 here to play. Clock is back running, and the ball is given middle. That's Revlett. He is met right around the first down marker.
Looks like
there's a flag right in that. There. Yep. Flag right in that area, right at the end of the play. Revlett picked up 3, or looked like 4 on the play.
I don't believe this will be an incidental face mask.
It is indeed a face mask on the Cougars. So Revlett picked up just enough for the first down, Let's tack some more onto the end of that play. So that moves the Mustangs into Cougar territory here with just shy of 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. McLean County leading 20-12 here at Mustang Stadium. And that's going to take Muhlenberg County all the way down to the McLean County 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs. There's it goes in motion, looking to throw. It is up and off the hands of Brady Dame again. Almost picked for Brady Dame. That's his second of the night that he got his hands on. Wasn't able to come down with. And Brady, as intense as he is, he's frustrated with himself that he wasn't able to bring that home.
Well, it's just like I said before the game. One of the keys of this game and this young, untested defense, or the defensive backfield, is that they are going to have to create a no-fly zone back there. And it's only going to get worse from here. Whenever you play Owensboro Catholic, they are going to throw the ball around.
Owensboro Catholic will. Hancock County will this year.
Hancock County's going to air it out.
All right. And it's given middle. That's Bullock. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Pickup of 1 on the play. Not much doing right there. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 situation for Muhlenberg County.
Butler County has gotten away from the pass. They had
Rex Henderson
for a while.
Henderson
for a while, who's now at Western playing football.
Did he move to safety?
No, they moved him to a middle linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it's outside.
Linebacker of some sort.
Linebacker of some sort.
3rd and 9. Trevor Nolan under center. They're going to call the encroachment.
He got back. They're going to call a neutral zone infraction. They're not going to call encroachment because he didn't touch anybody.
Yeah.
But they are very quick about just moving it.
The thing was there a flinch on the near side there on the offensive line? I didn't see it. If there's no flinch, he can get back. If he does not,
if the ball's not snapped either.
If the ball's not snapped and he doesn't make the offensive line move, all right, so that's going to shorten things up. 3rd and 4 now for Trevor Nolan and the Muhlenberg County offense.
Twins right gun.
Low snap.
Handoff.
Revlett squirts out left. He's going to have enough for the first down and not much else. Right at the first down marker, just past it. He's going to have enough, though. Host of Cougars, led by Conor Baldwin, Braden Piercy, bring him down. And again, Revlett slow to get up.
Braden Piercy did something I really liked there as a cornerback. He came up, he kept contained, did not let Revlett get to the outside. He broke down, he couldn't make the open field tackle, but he held him up, he held onto his ankle, made a shoestring tackle, wait for the next guy to show up. That's as far as you can do.
That's what you got to do. Slow him down enough where the other guy comes with those pursuits from the inside, All right, so now we have 1st and 10. McLean County 25-yard line. The ball is given. No, it's kept. It's Trevor Nolan trying to get out left. It's Conor Baldwin, Braden Piercy, and 45 Lucas Mosey in on the tackle. And it looks like it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play.
Looks like Wes Wells lost his helmet on that play. He's going to have to get out for one play. Going to be swapped out with James Hurley.
So Hurley comes back into to that interior defensive line. He's joined alongside him by Morgan Allgood. The ends right now, Lucas Mosey and Gabriel Whitmer. All right. So 2nd and 8 for Muhlenberg County. And the ball is given Revlett. He's got some room out left. Oh, ball hit the turf. Ball hit the turf around the 15, and it is McLean County ball. That is number 24, Andrew Munster, falling on the ball there. So Revlett got out, got about 5 yards on the play, fumbles the football at the last second. Andrew Munster jumps on it. As we said, Johnny on the spot, and it's going the other way. Cougar football.
Revlett's got up, gingerly grabbing his side again.
Yeah, he's got some. He has to have something going on the right side that's really messing with him. Maybe a bruised rib or something like that. Affects your breathing, makes it difficult. So here comes the Cougar offense. We've got a long field to go, 86 yards to get to the end zone. Brady Dame going wide. left here.
He's either got a slant or take his man out of the play.
Take his man out of the play is what I'm guessing. Matthew Miller going to bootleg out right. He gets out across 15. He's thrown out of bounds around the 18-yard line.
About 3 yards out of bounds before they threw him.
So 4-yard pickup for Miller on the play. And you're right, he was quite out there.
He was outside the white.
Really slung him. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 here for the Cougars. Miller didn't appreciate that either. He got up, which he's limping a little bit. Matthew, not the greatest knees in the world. As we all know, he's had some issues with both of his MCLs, one of them stemming from his time on the baseball field a couple of years ago. Got motion. Ball is given to Andrew Munster. He's trying to cut back against the grain. Jumps out to about the 23-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for McLean County.
Right now is where McLean County needs to have a long, slow, sustained drive.
Yes.
You start trying to wrap a hard hitter up like Munster or Mosey, that attrition is going to set in for this Muhlenberg County defense. Keep them on the field. Matthew Miller
with the sneak up the middle, gets out to the 31-yard line, pick up 8 on the play. They're going to rule it down. I think there was a ball pop out towards them, but they are
definitely taking
their
time blowing that whistle. And that's when things get chippy, folks, is whenever these refs don't blow the play dead whenever the player is down.
Especially in those big piles like that. It's going to be a 1st down. And Coach Wagner wants to go NASCAR. He wants to go fast. His Cougars are back up on the line, ready to go here.
1:35 to play in this 3rd quarter.
Dame is in tight left a little bit. Just got one safety over the top. Got motion away from it. It's Piercy to the short side. Good block out front. And he gets out to the 38-yard line. Pushed out of bounds. Pickup of 8 on the play. 30. They're going to give him the 39, it looks like. 9-yard pickup for Piercy. So his great night continues. Really, really impressed by what I've seen out of Braden Piercy tonight.
I feel like he has a very good spin move. He uses it a lot. As soon as one guy touches him, and just circle button.
Seriously, he's one of those guys, if he's got to get downhill as fast as he can. If he gets downhill, look out.
Looks like we got a timeout, Muhlenberg County. That is their first of the 2nd half.
And you know what you were saying about attrition, Drew? I mean, this drive, look at our field position right now. We're still on our own 39-yard line, all right? But because we've gone into this NASCAR offense where we're moving the ball very quickly, getting back up to the line of scrimmage, hitting them again, hitting them again, Muhlenberg has to call a timeout right here. We're not even to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's an ill-timed timeout, but obviously Coach Staples sees that his guys are gassed. And when you get gassed, you're going to get gashed.
Oh. You're good.
I am good. I'm a wordsmith, man. Yeah, I'll be here all night.
I hope not. I rode with you.
That is true. We're going to have to get gas, by the way, just to add on to what I said just a second ago. Too much?
That's fine.
Too much? Okay.
Gasoline.
Yes. Yes. So you can get – I'm not even going to do it. Okay. 1:20 to play here. Is that the first time out?
That was their first time out of the 2nd half. They will have 2 more.
Have we taken any in the 2nd half?
No, we have not.
All right. And here come the Cougars in those new unis. White jerseys, black pants with a skull and crossbones in maroon blazons on the left side. Matthew Miller sends Piercy in motion. The ball is given to Andrew Munster running middle. He stood up, but he keeps the legs churning, gets plenty for the 1st down and a little bit extra. It's going to be a pickup of 4 on the play, and that's what Andrew Munster does, folks. Nothing super pretty. He just keeps his legs churning. His legs are stronger than darn near everybody else's on that field.
And that's very good. Like we said earlier, he's not a very tall guy. He has a low center of gravity.
Ideal for a high school running back.
Especially in 2A football in Western Kentucky.
That's right. Brady Dame out left. Miller under center, sends Baldwin in motion. Pitch.
There's a penalty
And, folks, this may just be my opinion on this, but this looks like it was one of those delayed whistle.
Got another, it looks like another Mustang over here cramping on the near
We got another
sideline.
flag.
We'll wait and see this.
There looks to be some extracurriculars. The white hat pointed at one of the Muhlenberg County players, and he's walking to the near sideline, to his sideline. I'm not sure if there was something that might have been said.
I'm not entirely sure. I just know it came out very late. So it looks like number 1, Braden Lovin, has been ejected from the game for whatever just transpired. Folks, you probably had a better view of it than we did here. Dead ball, personal foul. And goodness gracious, we're about to have a backlog situation with our stream for some reason randomly. I apologize for that. We're going to try to battle through it the best we can. But my goodness gracious.
All right, McLean County heading back to the line of scrimmage.
So
after 2 back-to-back personal foul penalties on the Mustangs.
So that was number 1, Braden Lovin, who has been active in the return game. He has been a little bit active in the receiving game, and now he is inactive for the rest of this game.
We got official timeout right now.
We have official timeout.
It looks like the line judge on the far sideline wants to speak with the white hat.
All right, so we have 1st and 10 here. 46 seconds to play in the third quarter. Miller gives the middle to Munster. He shakes a man. Oh, shoestring tackle, and that might have saved the touchdown. 8-yard pickup on the play for Andrew Munster.
But that clock will run.
And that clock will likely run. It's going to be close.
Think Wagner's going to go for one more?
I don't know. Yes, he is. He likes his NASCAR. He thinks he has something here. Back up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Matthew Miller goes under center. Puts Piercy in motion. Give it back to Munster middle. Munster bounces outside. He's got the first down and more. I believe he got out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Late flag there after a great 11-yard run for Andrew Munster. Let's see if it holds up as that took place in the backfield. Morgan Allgood, number 8, looks visibly frustrated for the Cougars. Morgan Allgood, the tight end on that left side. Matthew Miller checking in with the officials to see the ruling on the play. And another penalty. And folks, this has been a slow go this evening because of situations like this.
And this may be from, first game of the year.
First game of the year. I remember, I know it's been a couple of years ago, but I think I recall our opener committing like 27 penalties or something like that. Okay, so the penalty will be offsetting.
Offsetting personal foul penalties.
And the play will stand 11 yards. Gained on the play by Andrew Munster. That will hold up. That was his biggest run of the night. And it's going to be first down McLean County on the 11-yard line of the Muhlenberg County Mustangs here with 6.6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. McLean County clinging to an 8-point lead, trying to add to that right now. And in great shape to do so now inside the red zone of the Muhlenberg County Mustangs.
Coach Staples talking to the white hat, pleading his case here. And it appears the rest of his coaching staff is as well out on the field.
Yeah. I'm looking over here at the sideline, and I see the cameraman, and that's about it. Oh, there's the coach. Nope, that's the AD. Never mind. The rest of them are out on the field. Whole staff. I could name them off again, but I don't want to.
If I was Zach, I'd go ahead and run it right
now. Oh, gosh. But we're the ones that have had 2 sideline infractions.
Well,
and Coach Wagner, he did do his jumps for it. So here we go. First and 10. Do not need to get in the end zone to pick up a first down. Ball is given middle. That's Mosey, steps out of an arm tackle, gets plastered after a 5-yard pickup. And there is some dirtiness by McLean County at the end of that play. It looked like some extracurriculars downfield. That's Morgan Allgood. He was caught up in the personal foul a moment ago, or the offsetting personal fouls a moment ago. So we'll see how this is ruled. It was after the play. So Mosey picked up 5. And now we're trying to figure this out. Folks, there might have been a skip on your end of the stream here. I'm still trying to figure it out on mine. It looks like we're good from my vantage point. So if there was a skip or a technical difficulty, hopefully that'll go away shortly. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on McLean to end that in the quarter. So
whenever we come back, we'll be going the other way.
Yes, we will be moving right to left on your TV screen. Anyway, we're getting a little slap happy. We're going to take a short break, reassess, and assess our technical issues. We will be back in a moment. We are the McLean County Sports Network. All right, folks, and we are back to start the fourth quarter. Correction, that was a personal foul, not an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on Morgan Allgood there, so he remains in the game and is not ejected. McLean County 2nd and 10 here from the 22-yard line. Ball is given middle to Mosey. He is stacked up right at the 20. 2-yard gain on the play. And I'm sorry, I believe I said 2nd and 10. It's 2nd and a mile. Now it's 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 19. McLean County can get to the 1-yard line. They do not have to score a touchdown to get a first down.
Now what do you do? We've had Muhlenberg County their defense out on the field for over 6 minutes. Do you keep on that NASCAR offense, or do you just kind of drag it out?
Well, at 3rd and 19, you're kind of tied up. We're knocking on the door, and then a silly penalty really costs us. Conor Baldwin's going to throw the ball. Ball is up to Brady Dame. Touchdown, Cougars! What a call by Coach Wagner. Conor Baldwin puts it on the money. Brady Dame in the end zone. Touchdown. That's a TDMC here with 11:10 to play in this ball game. Brady Dame with his first touchdown reception of the year. Great play called up there by Coach Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, he's had that one in his back pocket since last season. We've seen it work in the next to last game we played last season against Owensboro Catholic. To Brady from Peyton Caraway.
Peyton Caraway threw one to Brady. And actually, Landon Capps did the same as Matthew Miller trying to get out right, trying to sneak this in for the 2-point conversion. He is lit up at the 5-yard line, nowhere close to the end zone. And so the 2-point conversion fails.
Got a Muhlenberg County player down.
Got a Muhlenberg County player down, and then we got a Matthew Miller over on the sideline.
Slow to get up.
Slow to get up as well. Might be cramping. But here with 11 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, McLean County now leads Muhlenberg County 26-12 after a big 20-yard strike from Conor Baldwin to Brady Dame. We're in the McLean County Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, folks, and we are back. We're with 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. McLean County now leading Muhlenberg County 26-12 after a 20-yard touchdown reception by Brady Dame.
McLean County has a 2-possession lead. That's something you'd like to see in the fourth quarter.
Yes. And right there was a little dire. We had a silly penalty there as James Hurley kicks the ball out of bounds. Okay. A little bit lucky there.
It appears a Muhlenberg County player touched that ball as it was going out of bounds.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's at the 43, so because he touched it as it was going out of bounds, he's going to get it there instead of at the 40, right, on the penalty.
Right.
Or the 35.
35.
Excuse me. So that actually works out in Muhlenberg County's favor. I tell you what, somebody, I don't know who the gunner was on that far sideline for McLean County, but if that ball would have checked up just a little bit more, that would have been a successful onside kick. And I'm not 100% sure that wasn't the intent behind it. I like to think it was anyway.
Well, Hurley is the kicker this year, but he is also other positions. Whenever you don't have a specialist like a Rodriguez brother that kicks all practice, every practice, you have to find a person that becomes their secondary job.
All right, and that's a big tackle in the backfield. That's Lucas Mosey.
22, Zach Harden, the ball carrier.
Rode him all the way down.
Brings Zach Harden down for a 4-yard loss in the backfield. Great play right there by Mosey. And we're saying his name more and more. The Beast, Lucas Mosey.
I mean, I remember watching that kid play in high school, or in middle school. And he was all over the place. That kid was running around like his hair was on fire. Looks like Muhlenberg County's going 2-by-2 offset shotgun formation. They're going to pass.
Oh, stay on your feet, please. Pump fake, and that's going to be a big first down right there. Goodness gracious.
We got another Muhlenberg County player down in the backfield.
Long pickup on the run.
Never mind, he's up.
Going to be 22 yards on the ground right there.
Oh,
Trevor Nolan. Broken play, and 21 yards on the play. But a for sure sack if we stay on the ground. I've never understood jumping in that position. You know, you want to knock the ball down. I get it. I get the intent behind it, but it never happens. Typically, if you get in the air, quarterback is going to make you miss if they have any athleticism whatsoever.
And usually in high school football, your quarterback's usually the most athletic kid on the team.
Exactly. So there's number 22, Harden again, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield.
Looks like he dropped the ball on the play, but he fell right on top of it.
That was Andrew Munster, number 50, James Hurley on the tackle. 2-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12 here. 9:20 to play in the fourth quarter. McLean County with a 14-point lead. Got Trips right coming out, still in the shotgun formation here are the Mustangs. And Nolan rolling right, gets pressure, and
shoestring tackled.
Shoestring tackled. James Hurley will get credited with the sack. I'm not sure if it was the turf as much as Hurley, but regardless, he'll get the assist. He'll get the sack on the play. Takes Muhlenberg all the way back to their own 43-yard line, and that is a loss of about 17 on the play. So big sack right there. We'll give James Hurley.
You know what the second best part of that play was? Clock keeps running.
The clock keeps running, exactly right. So that sets up 3rd and 28 for Muhlenberg County. Watch screen passes, any kind of bubble, anything like that. Sets up the screen, no tip. And that is number 3 with the reception. Not sure who number 3 is. It's going to get some of that yardage back. It gets back into Cougar territory. Pickup of about 4. No, I'm sorry. pickup of about 13 on the play. That's going to be 4th and 15 for the Mustangs. Here, 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Coach Staples electing to go for it here on this 4th and long situation.
Like Muhlenberg County's going shotgun, Trey left.
No, we got a free run by Gabe Whitmer, and he's going to pay it off. Sack. McLean County, big sack by number 56, Gabe Whitmer. Great play by the senior D end, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Looks like he came through just untouched.
Oh, free release on that left side, and his blind side. And looked like Nolan had no clue he was there until he was being wrapped up. Big stand for McLean County. That's going to bring this offense back on the field, and it's in these moments when our offense, which is designed to wear down defenses, really starts to show. It's mojo.
You just set it up there and it just falls right down. All right, Brady Dame comes to the near side. That attrition sets in whenever you start tackling guys on like it.
Oh, gosh.
You try to tackle guys like Munster all game. You try to tackle people like Mosey with a full head of steam.
It's hard, and I tell you, for 3 quarters, they've done a pretty good job of it. I mean, Andrew Munster, his longest run of the game is 11 yards. Took place in our last drive. But 6, 4, 4, 6, 3, 5, 4, 8, 11. And every single one of those carries takes somebody wrapping up, hitting hard, being disciplined. Takes a lot of strength and stamina. And like you said, all game, this is week 1. This has been a different offseason. Stamina is going to be extremely important in finishing games like this out.
Yeah, the conditioning is definitely going to come into play there. Next week, whenever we travel to Butler County, it's going to be a different game.
Yep.
Just because you have game experience, you can condition all you want all summer long. These guys did not get to experience 2-a-days, 3-a-days. They didn't get that. They didn't have the gassers. So they had about a 3-week window to where they could really get ready for football season.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all well and good, but until you strap up the pads and play 60 minutes of a football game, that's a whole different world, especially small schools like us, like McLean County, where a lot of your guys are playing Ironman football. They're going both ways.
The majority of these guys are going both ways for sure. As Conor Baldwin goes in motion right, he gets the pitch. He's back to the line of scrimmage. He's getting more. He's trying to get outside. He gets about 7 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. Good pickup on the play by the senior Conor Baldwin. 7 yards is what I'm going to give him. And again, Connor slowed up short or shy of the sideline, was pushed out of bounds, was forced out, and that's going to keep that clock moving.
I like to see him running right beside Big Chandler Moore one play.
I tell you what, we're really set at the tackle position. You got Chandler, stands 6'6", 300-plus pounds on the left one. Kenny Brooks, our most experienced, that's Mosey running middle. He breaks a tackle or two, gets out across the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10-yard pickup on the play. Nice run there by number 45, Lucas Mosey, his biggest run of the year. But as I was saying, we have a lot of experience at those tackle positions. Chandler started there last year, and he's our biggest lineman by far. Kenny Brooks on the opposite side at tackle is our most experienced lineman. So on the tackle position, setting those edges really good at that first level. Where we've seen success and failure for McLean County today has been from that opposite wing position. Whoever's on the opposite side having to set that lead block to set the edge for the opposite wing player to sweep out wide right or wide left. We've seen some issues. I got to hand it to Conor Baldwin. He just made a nice run right there. 7-yard pickup. He's done an excellent job on the outside setting that first block and freeing up Braden Piercy today. Because if Braden Piercy can get around there and start to get north and south, his speed is electric.
Yeah, and that's another thing you got to play into it. Last year we had players like Jaden Nelson and Houston Bolton as wide receivers, and with this wing tee offense, we're not
shooting out the lights. We're not throwing the ball all over the place. These wideouts have to embrace stalk blocking, and key to getting to the outside is having these wideouts block these cornerbacks, because if the cornerback's main job, especially if they're playing in a cover 2 or if they're playing in a man offense or a man defense, is to make sure that you keep everything contained and do not let it get outside you and funnel it back into the flats or into, your D ends or your outside linebackers. So whenever these wideouts set these blocks, that is allowing our backfield to get that extra yardage. So whenever Brady is out there and he's setting a stock block, he's got one man occupied, he's got his man taken out of the play. That allows your Piercies, your Baldwins, your Moseys to pick up these extra 3, 4, 5 yards and stay ahead of the chains.
And I'm telling you, man, it's not the sexiest thing in the world, and it sucks doing it. Both you and I did it. And it's not that much fun, but if you take pride in it, you do it well, you are the difference between an average running attack and an extremely successful running attack like we've seen here for the last several years at McLean County.
Yeah, whenever we were playing, we had power eye offenses. We did not run the wing T, but we had power eye, and we had very, very good power eye running backs. Our H-backs were great and our fullbacks were great. And everybody bought into the system of, if you're a wideout, you may get the ball, but your main job is going to be stock blocking.
Let's be real. If you're, as a wideout at McLean County, you're going to get, at most, 2 or 3 opportunities a game that you have to cash in on, as a player looks to be probably a concussion or some sort. So they brought the golf cart out to take him off the field, and he did stand on his own, so that is a good sign. But as I was saying, you might get 2 or 3 opportunities to make a big play in the passing game. Otherwise, you are crucial in that run game.
Right, you're just another lineman.
Really, a downfield lineman.
And that's what you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're seeing, like, say, if they line up right now and you see they're kind of in the middle of the field, and let's say Brady comes out here as a wideout, and he comes all the way to the numbers, or in between the numbers and the near sideline. What he's doing effectively is taking his man out of the play. He's only allowing the defense to have 10 players on the field.
Right. All right, Matthew Miller back under center, 1st and 10. Baldwin goes in motion, and the ball is given middle. That's number 17, Braden Piercy, and it goes nowhere on the play. No gain right there. And everything looked out of timing there, out of sync. We've seen that play a lot.
Chandler pulled on that play to kick it out, but it looks like the end from the far side already sealed and was crashing in.
Yeah, just like looked like the timing was off. The motion for Baldwin, the snap, I feel like everything was out of sync right there, and no gain on the play. But regardless, that clock still keeps rocking, and that's what we want. 6:15 to play in this ball game. 26-12, McLean County, 2nd and 10 here from the Muhlenberg County 29. Baldwin goes in motion again. Toss out to Baldwin. He's looking to pass. He throws it up. That's Brady Dame, and that's going to be another touchdown if Brady gets on his horse. Touchdown, Cougars, and Brady Dame making his name known. Touchdown, 29-yard reception right there. Another connection between him and Conor Baldwin. Conor 2 for 2 on the day with 2 touchdowns, both to Brady. And
we have two hankies here after the play.
2 hankies. Back
way after the play.
After the play. Well, I hope these stand.
Touchdown stands.
Okay, I like that.
Dead ball against Muhlenberg County. Dead ball. Personal foul.
And ejection.
2 unsportsmanlike, not personal foul. Excuse me.
Double unsportsmanlike and an ejection for for Muhlenberg County, their 2nd of the day. And
that was number 5, Trevor Nolan, the quarterback for.
The quarterback just got the double and is gone? Goodness gracious. Yes, you're right. So Trevor Nolan has been ejected. And with these ejections, they are losing 2 of their best players. It's Trevor Nolan, Braden Lovin been ejected tonight. They, if I'm not mistaken, they'll have to miss next week's games So, anyway, here was 6:02 to play in this one. McLean County up 32-12. 2-point conversion attempt coming up after another excellent throw and catch by Brady Dame and Conor Baldwin. Miller goes under center, handoff to Conor Baldwin. He's trying to get outside right. He cuts it back. He made one man miss, but not five, and that will fall short. So 32-12. McLean County leads here with 6:02 to play in this ball game. And couple of explosive plays here late, and a lot of good things. A lot of promising pieces, I feel like, Drew, in this one. We've seen Brady Dame and his receiving ability. Conor Baldwin throwing the ball to him has been nice. We've seen the pounded out running attack of Munster and Mosey. And then we saw the feature attack, really Piercy in the first. So we're seeing a lot of different facets, a lot of different strengths for this McLean County team here in Week 1.
What I think Zach is doing right now is testing the waters. You know, we haven't had anybody stand out like, last year, the beginning of last year, you had – all right, let me start this over. Last year you had P coming back as a senior.
Mm-hmm.
You had that tag team of Jacob Miller and P, and you knew what was coming. You knew that Peyton was coming back, and now since we lost Caps and Peyton last year, we're now trying to fill those gaps, see who's going to do it. Is it going to be Mosey? Is it going to be Piercy?
I see what you're saying. So, like, last year Peyton was coming back. He was a known quantity. You knew what Peyton was. I mean, he was the reigning District Player of the Year, actually. But he had Jacob Miller. He had Noah Baldwin with him that year before. They graduate. Now you got P. Now who's going to be the next man up? Landon Caps filled that role last year. Andrew Munster filled that role last year. And then you lose two of those guys. You lose Peyton. You lose Caps. You got Munster back. Okay, who's going to be the next two to step up? Who are the next guys? And we're seeing that right now. And it might look a little different this year because we're actually putting the ball in the air a little bit, Drew.
Right, I like to see it. I like to see the ball get thrown around everywhere.
It's nice. I mean, we've attempted, I think, 5 passes. Five.
That might be a school record. Check the facts on that.
A school record after the Derek Dickerson era.
Correct, because whenever they had Dickerson, it definitely got
Look at this. James Hurley is kicking off from the Muhlenberg County 35.
He might get a touchback.
And he definitely did. He did get a touchback. Way to go, James. And he is pumped about it.
That's one in the record book.
Touchback, James Hurley. He kicked it all of about 40 yards in the air to get that touchback. He almost made it through the end zone, so congrats to James for that. It's nice to see that he has a 40-yard boot on him.
Just as a follow-up, the two per KHSAA, once you get ejected from a ball game, you do have to sit out one half of the next game.
One half, okay.
So
both of those players will miss the first half of Muhlenberg County's Week 2 game.
Which is very important because Muhlenberg County's Week 2 opponent is the Ohio County High School Eagles, who is a district matchup in 5A for Muhlenberg County.
That is big. All right, so handoff running right. That's number 11. No number on the roster, so he will just be referred to as number 11 by us. 5:48 to play here in this ball game. McLean County leading by 20 here, 32-12. And I know that's got to be frustrating. Trevor Nolan, he actually did a lot of good things in this one. You can tell how athletic he is. Showed off his arm a little bit, but a lot of factors here for Muhlenberg County here in late third, early fourth, with guys getting ejected and whatnot. As the ball, can't see the number on that one. That was number 34. Logan Lanham, ball carrier running left. Loss of 1 on the play. But as we start to see some of the starters come off the field for both sides. Always exciting to see some of these young guys get on the field for the first time. I see number 14, Elijah Baldwin, freshman out there. I see number 9, Will Taylor at the linebacker position. Jeff Skinner just entered the game at left end for McLean County.
Will Taylor's actually gotten in on some drives.
Yeah, Will has played quite a bit today. I believe that's number 2, Brody Klein at safety as well. Tyson Howard over at corner. So we got a lot of the youngsters out here, which is fun to see. Is there's Jeff Skinner just entered the game, jumping off sides.
Anxious, he's ready.
He is ready. He's pumped. He's ready to go.
I think every referee has met their quota. They all threw a flag on that play.
I didn't know. Did they get paid by flag?
Call Sean Williams.
He might be busy.
No, he's actually retiring. I believe his son is playing this year, and he doesn't want a conflict of interest.
Oh, so he's not calling football this year. He's just going to stick to baseball and basketball?
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, though, top-notch referee, umpire, whatever he is, he's the best in the game.
Yeah, I think Sean is
good barber, too.
Yeah, he is a good barber. I think most people would agree. He's one of the more well-respected officials in the 3rd region. Baseball, I feel like that's probably his best sport, just from an objective standpoint. Of course, I've seen him call baseball games more than anything else. Is pitch outright. That's number 34, Lanham. He goes across the 30 and stumbles, rumbles, bumbles to their own 40-yard line. Nice pickup on the play right there. 15 yards.
That'll be enough for a Muhlenberg County first down.
Yes, sir. Number 35, Logan Lanham, sophomore running back DB right there. And so that's promising to see for Muhlenberg County. See one of their underclassmen picking up a solid run right there.
You know, and that's what I like seeing now is whenever we get these younger guys in the ball game, give them some experience because you never know, knock on wood, when injuries may occur.
Yeah.
And you may be seeing playing time.
Next man up. As Elijah Baldwin gets in there, sticks his head down, makes a nice tackle. And, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's next man up situations. You see these guys, and some of these young guys, if they get comfortable on the field in these early goings, you get late, Coach Wagner might be comfortable putting them in, a playoff game or something like that.
Well, you don't know what's going to happen. You might have, next week at Butler County, you may have a drought on, and there may be a 2 inches of water standing on the field. So something may be getting tweaked, or somebody might need to take a breather real quick, and you need to swap these guys out, or you can go, hey, well, I've had 5 minutes of playing experience.
Definitely.
This is the time to prove yourself.
Yep. Zayner Abney out there, number 31, the senior. Good to see Zayner out on the field. Cole Kroonbaker with the tackle on the play. That's the younger brother of former McLean County Sports Network anchor and captain for both basketball and football, Nate Kroonbaker. And these youngsters are pumped to be out on that field.
Oh, loving it.
First game of the year, they're on the turf.
You're at a 5A school. You're playing on AstroTurf.
Yeah. Stiff arm right there by number 34. Nice tackle. That's Brody Klein sticking his head in there and making a tackle on the sideline. Nice play right there.
Not afraid to hit.
He's not. Him and Elijah both. I like both of those DBs. Tyson took that stiff arm to the dome. He's shaking his head a little bit.
Yeah, he'll see stars for a little bit, but it'll be okay.
Brody Klein, the quarterback for Coach Lancaster at the middle school last year. Elijah Baldwin, leading rusher, leading ball carrier for them. Both of them had siblings that recently graduated 2 years ago, A.J. Klein and Noah Baldwin. And here comes a pass. It is thrown up and incomplete. Flag at the end of that play. Zach Harden is in at quarterback now with Trevor Nolan being ejected earlier. Got a little extracurricular activity and chirping going on over here on the home sideline now.
Sorry about that.
We apologize. Somebody's
illegal
frustrated.
man downfield on Muhlenberg County.
Here comes number 10, Edwin Millay, entering into the ball game at corner. He's on the near sideline here. .134 to play in this contest. McLean County leading by 20. 11 goes in motion. Toss goes to 11. And he is tackled. That's number 31, Zayner Abney. Nice play right there.
Keeps him in bounds.
Nice play, Zayner. Good form tackle. Little alligator tackle. Or is it crocodile tackle?
Alligator.
Alligator. I was right. I should have just
Crocodile tears.
crocodile tears. Alligator tackles cause crocodile tears. There we go.
Then you have gator bites that they put on whenever you got a broken arm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like alligator bites, like you get like appetizers.
They are good.
They are delicious. A lot like chicken.
Texture of fish.
Yeah, chicken taste, texture of fish. Incomplete pass left. Kind of an awkward little pass right there. 46.2 on the clock. That incomplete pass will stop the clock. Here as we enter into the final moments of this one. McLean County, a tough start. 14-12 at halftime. A couple of big plays in the second half. Let them spread this thing out and start out with a solid 20-point victory and a 1-0 record on this campaign. And Drew, looking forward to the rest of the season. Next week we're at Butler County, which we will not be broadcasting. I want to make that clear. Be at Butler County. So there's a tackle in the backfield by Jacob Hampton. We're not going to be broadcasting in Butler County. See our Facebook page. We have information for you to be able to watch that game, but we will not be streaming next week. So we go to Butler County. So that's our first district opponent. Then we're at home against Hopkins Central. Hope to see as many people as we can there. We will be broadcasting. Then we go to Owensboro Catholic, rematch of that district championship game from a year ago. Then Todd County we host. Todd County Central. We host Hancock County, which Hancock County will be very good. That's a sneaky team on our schedule that we need to pay attention to. Webster County, we go there before ending the season at home against Ohio County. Drew, it's 8 games. We're 1-0. I don't think it's outlandish to say that we could have a very, very good year this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I completely agree. I think Zach has got a very good system. It's a reload system. These guys know the system very well. They are very good at learning, and they have very good coaching. And they are very good kids, and they listen and they pay attention, and they do as they're told, and they trust the system.
Yes.
Trust the process. That's the key. Once you buy into the program and what you're doing, then you see it. You see it pay off. This is I believe, since I looked back on KHSAA, since their records go all the way back to 2000. The farthest I could get back was 1999. The last 2 years were the first 2 8-game win seasons.
That's
back
crazy.
to back.
Back to back.
And that is something that is very attainable. So if we go 8-0 this year, that's an undefeated. I'm not sure what KHSAA has planned out for postseason or things like that, or even JV games. I'm unsure. But whenever you do something like this, you get up 20 points late in the fourth quarter, then you're going to be able to get these younger guys get some experience. And then they learn the system a little bit better because they're getting it in real time. They're seeing that's working. They're seeing their success is paying off because it's putting W's up. And that's what you want. Because if you're just going out and you're banging heads every day with somebody you see in the classroom, in the locker room, in the weight room, it's not the same as lining up against somebody in an opposite color jersey of yours. It's just not the same. So this season, it's a funky season. It's very weird. But I have full faith and I have full confidence in this football team that they're going to have a very successful year.
I'm with you, Drew. Couple of stats to leave you with here tonight. Again, big 20-point victory. A lot to look forward to for the rest of this awkward season, as Drew just put it. A couple of highlights from the game. Brady Dame, 3 receptions, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had outstanding game in the second half in particular. After a great first half performance by Braden Pierce, he ended up finishing, it looks like, with approximately 106 yards on the day with the big touchdown in the first half. Andrew Munster leading ball carrier, 16 carries for 72 yards, and then Lucas Mosey had the big touchdown there for the Beast, the big sophomore. He also had a sack in the game as well. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning in to the McLean County Sports Network. We're excited to be back. Like we said, it's going to be a lot different this season. We're not going to be calling all the games. We had this game, and it looks like we're going to be on the call for all of our home games. But make sure to check the McLean County Sports Network page on Facebook to see details on how you'll be able to watch those games that we are not at. So, but anyway, it's been a lot of fun. It's glad to be back here at the football field on Friday night under the lights. I appreciate Drew. He'll be with us some throughout the year. And anyway, stay tuned, sports fans, because we got a strong team again this year here in McLean County.
We're just getting started, bro.
All right, everybody, take care, drive safe, have a great weekend, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Go Cougars.
We are the McLean County Sports Network.